Good evening, guys. What's going on this fine day? I hope you're all doing well. Um, Corey, stop being an ass. I don't know what you mean by share button. Hemi, I think I personally always give you something to hit the like button for, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, hi everyone. We will be opening up a little bit later. I wanted to cover a couple of things. First of all, I will be sharing this with you. Just give me a quick sec here because it kind of ties into our discussions about, falling into the descent, turning on each other. And I don't know this person here. This is actually the first comment I've ever seen from Stinger. I do appreciate it, as I've stated below. And it's an actual link to one of his videos that he's done with a lot of writing and stuff, and a few clips from a stream where Good Mother and Bullet were talking. I know a lot of us know Bullet from the Discord. We don't see him on here too often unless he's listed under someone else's name, but you know, seems like a decent person. Both of them do. Okay. And Bullet had some points on this video that's linked here that I can understand were taken probably a bit outside of what we all generally believe as MGTOW, but I like to say we could look at it as he's still trying to look out for everyone. He stated that he didn't want to see his friends and, people in the community going to jail for not paying child support. Totally understandable, and that's how I think Bullet or Stinger, sorry, you should probably look at the comment like that. He may not believe that the system is as corrupt, but he doesn't want to see guys going to jail for not paying child support. None of us do. All of us know that the child support system really needs to be renamed to the extortion system, because that's all it is. Maybe we can relabel it as something a little more grungy, as like, oh, I don't know, indoctrination system, um, huge fucking scam backed by government instead of family court, but it is what it is. And that's how you should take it, bro. But like I said, I do appreciate what you had to say, and always, guys, don't hesitate to have an opinion. Just don't be so quick to attack everyone for a difference of opinion. So, yeah, Cash for Kids is a great name. Great name there, Hemi, because that's exactly what it is. Either way, I didn't disagree with what Bullet had to say when it came to looking out for, giving him the credit for looking out for the other guys. We don't agree or see eye to eye on continuing a corrupt system such as the family courts or child support. Um, at the same time, we will never break them by continuously paying them. We won't break them by playing by their rules, which is what the MRAs did, right? They got defeated because you're never going to defeat corruption by playing along with their game. So that's all I had to say about that. For pretty much it. Outside of that, a couple personal things, I guess. I did manage to figure out where I left my GoPro and stuff, and I will be getting those videos to upload here in a couple of days, and hopefully I show you guys, a little bit of the area and where me and the guys are planning on going when they come up here in, I believe it's 13 days, 14 days, 2 weeks, and the guys will be coming over for a visit. It'll be awesome. And like I said, we are going to be trying to do videos and possibly live streams depending on the service in whichever area we are, and how that goes. I picked up a new waterproof case that allows us to basically operate the phone inside of it without risking the fact that my phone might fucking take a quick dip and get ruined. So yeah, that's some good news. Some good news. However, if you haven't caught the video I just uploaded here recently, I'm going to play it on here. Because boy, oh boy, is it brutal. A lot of people, still don't believe that the government is dead set against them, even after here in Canada with TELUS selling out all of our information to the government for a grand total of $150 million. Basically handing over all of our details without our knowledge, which was fucking fantastic to hear. And, of course, with the image that I posted up today, the things I've said in the past week about feeding these trolls, turning our community or sending our community into that dark descent, it kind of goes hand in hand because, this video pretty much speaks for itself. So let me just see if I can open it up and make it a little bit bigger. And I'll just play it for you guys if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's just, again, I'm kind of dumbfounded with what you just testified, in that former politicians who are considered potential national security threats are being monitored.
Some of the latest versions of the spyware employ what's known as zero-click versions.
Cabinet ministers going to work for foreign companies that works directly against national security and national interests of Canada. Our society, and particularly our democracy, is under siege. Populist discourses, people using demagogy to try to convince people and to bring insecurity. So in that perspective, I totally support the idea of bringing more control.
Use of the Pegasus tool is recognized by the Council of Europe as a violation of Article 8 on the right to privacy of the European Convention on Human Rights.
On a eu à surveiller des agents, des parlementaires, effectivement, parce qu'il y a aujourd'hui des parlementaires de tous les niveaux, que ce soit municipal, provincial ou fédéral, qui sont à la solde de gouvernements étrangers et qui ne travaillent pas nécessairement pour le Canada.
A user, a government client of spyware, can simply issue a command and take over any device in the world, intercept and listen to any phone call. You can read emails and text messages, even those that are encrypted. You could silently turn on the camera and microphone. You can review all of the contacts. You can alter files on the device. You can access a person's cloud account. You can track their location.
Make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share this video so we can get the...
Pretty fucking terrifying, isn't it? And I know in the U.S. they basically did this with the Patriot Act, from what I could understand of the Patriot Act, and it seems to be what they've been doing. The biggest part that really kind of should get your fucking, feathers ruffled, I guess we should say, would be the part where he said he can alter what's on your phone, which means they could put on your phone whatever the fuck they want. So if they wanted to put kitty porn on your phone, they'll do it. And then they'll fucking use that same law that says you can't have kitty porn on your phone to bring you in. Yeah. Great system. And you know what? There's still liberals out there today fucking supporting that shit. And as I stated, when the government's done with them, what's to stop them from throwing them in with the bugs and trying to feed us the new corpse starch? You know what I mean? Oh my God, they're going to be our protein source eventually, because, you got to do something with useful idiots when you're done with them. It's pretty fucked up. It is pretty fucked up. And that is the state of our world today. I mean, the Western world's gone to complete shit. They're trying to force us into essentially a food shortage, which we all know was coming. And it's where communities like ours have to stay strong and stay together and not fall into a descent. Me and Rusty had a bit of a conversation about this on Chaos' stream today, where essentially, if we look at it how Stinger did, if we took the message or disagreement, how Stinger kind of took it today when it came to Bullet, or how Bullet and Brandon Trueblood kind of got off on the wrong foot. I mean, that's exactly what they want. It's how they break down a system without ever firing a shot or wasting any resources. It's that we get torn apart from the inside out. And I know Hammerhand and a couple of the other guys have mentioned it quite often, that every couple of years this sort of thing happens and we have to go into essentially a reset of our own. I think personally it would be better if we didn't. If we have to go into a reset and start all over, I mean, it's almost like they've won the war. They just have us chasing our fucking tails constantly. And if we can't unite and come together to topple these dictatorships, we are going to be completely fucking back in the same place we were last time. Only this time it'll be a bit worse. You know, they will have a full-on dictatorship where, yes, you will eat bugs, and yes, quite possibly they'll start recycling corpses. I don't put anything past them at all. We know that our government officials have done some fucking shady shit, and murder was not off the list at all. The Epstein wasn't the Clintons first, you know what I mean? And it was long before he was president. So, you know, it's just the way we're kind of descending into that again. And if we let these future hard times, like, yeah, we're all going to go through a fucking recession. We're probably going to go into a depression. We're going to go into a food shortage. That's coming. We know how to deal with that. You know, as human beings, we've evolved to be able to deal with hard times. Will people die? Abso-fucking-lutely. By the millions. If there's a great revolution, you know, and it becomes worldwide to topple these governments and strip them down to reorganize them from the ground up, millions and millions will die. It is a fucking stone cold fact. You can write it in stone, set it to your calendar. It's going to happen. It's a matter of when, you know, not a matter of if. I mean, right now, personally, I doubt if by September we're going to be doing very well. I mean, the powers that be, that we allow to be, essentially have stated that themselves, that by September, you know, we're going to have food shortages. By September, recession and possibly depression will be starting. That's a fact. These are just facts, and it's the ones they're willing to admit to. They're basically not trying to hide it. We know here in Canada now that, you know, the Liberal government, we won't even call it the Liberal government, the government, doesn't matter what side of the aisle they're on, they're all the fucking same. I mean, they want to surveillance us. They are definitely going to be bringing on a new round of lockdowns. They are definitely going to be doing a food shortage. They definitely want us to eat bugs, and corpse starch is not far off, you know. But at the same time, they're trying to play it up. So, you know, Justin Trudeau might go on the run once the law that they create is essentially going to go after him. But at the same time, it won't matter who takes his place. I mean, the front runner right now is this Polyovsky or whatever his name is. And let's be honest, although he talks a good game, he's following the same fucking agenda. So right now, the only ones we can rely on as citizens of the U.S., Canada, Britain, you know, Australia, doesn't matter. Pick a fucking place, is ourselves. They are of no use to us right now. Yeah. Hey, Brother James, how are you, sir? Personally, I don't think things are going to be too calm for too much longer. Bullets will start flying. And when it comes to things like the family courts and stuff like that, or local politicians, let's face it, the best case scenario is that all of them have a short drop with a sudden stop waiting for them, and the people will be the ones taking out those actions. So don't be all shocked and awed when you start seeing that shit happen, because it's coming, and it's coming for them, and they deserve it because they've played along. All right, they believe that they are part of that inner circle when really they're just useful idiots as well. No different than any person that's voting for this kind of corruption or dictatorship. The lawyers, judges, mayors, governors, they're all going to face the wrath of the people. And let's be honest, President Biden ain't going to come fucking save them. You know what I mean? Klaus Schwab ain't going to come over and say, no, we have to save that fucking mayor from this unknown town. I'm sorry, buddy. You got a fucking, like I said, short drop with a sudden stop waiting for you. At best. At worst, they might cut your head off slowly. What's up, Absolute Knowledge?
What's up, man?
What are you up to tonight, sir?
I got a lot to say on a whole lot of your stuff that you have, like with the food shortages and and everything else.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's mostly the mental conditioning that they've done that I try to focus on, because let's be honest, we've all been conditioned to be passive, submissive in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't matter what kind of media we're taking in, it's there. Food, it's there. Processed foods are basically pumped with fucking full of estrogen. You know what I mean? Or the building blocks.
And Bill Gates, and Bill Gates owns all of that, and Bill Gates is the one who's pumping all that shit in there.
Well, he owns a hell of a lot of farmland right now. Right?
He probably has direct say. Probably has probably like, you know what? Probably a top down thing, and he's just like, hey, we have all this Monsanto and all this other toxic crap, and you can just pump it and spray it and dump it all in there.
Yep. Oh, fuck it. It's just for the masses, right? I mean, they've essentially been feeding us the equivalent of corpse starch already. Because let's be honest, we don't know half of the things that are in the fucking products we use day to day. Not half. Right?
Yeah, I heard. You heard of the elites. You heard that they have their own private farms. I heard that the elites. There's a shit ton of land that people just don't know about. And
well, as I've stated up here in Canada, man, if you were to divide it up, and I'm not talking about like it's crappy land. I'm not talking about like you have to move a mountain to build a farm on it. There's roughly 57 acres per person that is just not touched. It's just not used.
yeah, but that
You know what I
includes.
mean?
But that includes the tundra, right?
No. I removed over 500,000 fucking acres for mountains, coastlines, unusable landmass. I removed 500,000 acres. There's still fucking 2 billion acres that I used. And it turns into roughly 57 acres per person. Trust me, if you've ever been on an acre, 57 is fucking massive. Okay. Most people can't picture 5 acres, so 57 is a lot. I'm not saying we have to use 57. We would never be able to use it. But every person could easily take 1 or 2 acres, 3 acres for themselves, have their homestead, no problem. And that's every citizen. At 38 million, essentially. So, it's something everybody needs to think about. And unfortunately, if you haven't made some preparation, or you don't have the finances to get at any long-term resources right now, by September, you may find those resources are gone. and you can't even purchase them.
You got to get the Alex Jones year-long non-perishable stuff.
At least the winter's worth, right? Winter into summer, because I mean it takes time to grow shit. Personally, I have a bunch of stuff out in my garden right now, and if I can get viable seeds from it, right? Because believe it or not all the seeds that we bought in the last 2 years were even viable. I mean, I think I put in like 400 corn seed, although they germinated, and some of them I lost in the frost. There was a bunch of them that just didn't grow. They shot out and they died. Corn is generally one of the easiest things you can fucking grow. You can grow that literally in rotting corpses or fucking sand. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I had barley that did the same thing. A lot of things are just not germinating. So you have to think, you're taking big risks even by purchasing a shitload of seeds for next spring. There's a good chance that a lot of them will not germinate. Then what do? I mean, you got wild foraging, but that's for people like myself. I'm in the outskirts. I'm out in the rhubarb. I'm in the country. That's fine. People in the cities that need supplies sent to them on the fucking hourly almost, they're fucked. Very fucked.
Yeah, there's.
Go ahead.
I think Henry K. I don't want to use trigger words that are gonna get this thing. I don't want to obliterate your channel.
Go ahead. I try on the daily.
You know Henry K?
No.
Henry Kissinger?
Oh, Kissinger? Okay, yeah.
I think him and Klaus Schwab. I think him and Klaus Esser are like, they're orchestrating this thing from the top down.
Well, I mean, I don't know who's all involved, but obviously it's Klaus Schwab and everyone that fucking basically goes with him, which is every politician that I've ever seen.
Yeah, because you have to be somewhat old and senior to run shit. And I'm trying to think if Henry Kissinger is trying to think of I'm trying to think who was Klaus Schwab's mentor.
Well, no, Klaus Schwab is the mentor, or sorry, what's his name? The one who backed all the newspapers and stuff. Oh God, it'll come to me. I was actually listening to him today, but yeah, he was the mentor of Klaus Schwab. And as for what you're saying, Ape, if there was a moose in my garden, he'd be dead. We'd be hanging him up right now.
That's a week worth of food.
Fuck, that's more than a week, dude. Moose is like fucking 1,150 pounds. That's one big week of eating if you're only gonna do it in a week. That's a winter's worth.
Yeah, like well for steaks, for cows, I only really like rib steak.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't eat brains and all that other shit.
No, I'm not into the whole gross shits. The chitlins of it. I'm fine with not being a whole buffalo kind of guy because there's more buffalo out there. But yeah, no, a quarter of a cow, or I mean, Jesus, that's a lot of meat for a year. You know what I mean? Or throughout a winter. Half a cow can last you probably a whole winter or a whole year. no problem. Even if that was your main meat source.
Well, if we have these energy shortages, you won't be able to freeze it.
Yeah, there's the big problem. You'll be freezing it outside like we do when we're up in the fucking camps.
If we have these energy shortages, yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing.
Yeah, if you like normally up in the winter camps that we used to go to when I was young, you know, if we shot an animal up there, right? Generally a caribou or something, we had a special room that was like an outhouse, right? So you'd skin them, quarter them up, and then you'd hang them in this fucking this basically specially built fucking outhouse to keep the animals out. Because you know you still got to contend with fucking wolves all the time, right? And coyotes and shit like that.
You ever eat a coyote?
I have not eaten coyote.
Me neither.
I haven't eaten anything in the dog family yet, not even bear. But I hear bear is quite good if done right.
If you've eaten McDonald's, you've probably eaten some form of. You just didn't know it. You eat McDonald's or beef jerky. I mean, I don't know if you could taste it, but it's probably in there.
Well, I can guarantee you, if you've eaten McDonald's patties, you haven't eaten anything that was meat. Their beef patty, there's no beef in it. That's a beef-like substitute.
Yeah, Slim Jims.
No, they're meat, but yeah, it's like the worst, probably the worst cuts of it all that goes into that. Personally, if you know, I try to avoid the fast foods beef because it's generally not beef, right? They are actually the biggest buyers of brewery runoff. So like the hops and stuff that are left over after brewing beer, it's basically all protein, right? And they actually are the biggest buyers of it, are these fast food joints. They're factories that all get sold to them. So you're basically eating mostly, you know, barley and stuff that's broken down, blended in, mixed in with some meat products maybe, and then fucking squeezed out into essentially a patty shape. A lot of people don't know that. But if you look at brewing videos, they'll tell you they sell it to fucking burger joints or their manufacturers.
Yeah, like
gross.
I saw this thing where they put they put a whole bunch of different items and they let them rot.
Hmm?
And McDonald's fries, they just never rotted.
No, but fries are processed as well, right? A lot of
I'm
people think,
talking months.
yeah, no, they're so jam packed with fucking preservatives, which is generally like salts and stuff that are mixed in, and the oil that they fry it in preserves it as well, right? But it's basically, look at how French fries are made. It's not a whole potato that's just chopped. It's actually processed up. It's mixed and blended and pounded into mush and then pushed through a fucking sifter of the shape that they want, like Play-Doh. And then it's deep fried to look like a French fry. A lot of people don't realize that either.
And it's probably not good for you.
It isn't. I mean, like, I understand why they do it.
And
you know,
because they have like the frozen bagged French fries. I forget the brand from Idaho. It's probably some, I forget
like McCain.
It's a major brand of bagged frozen French fries. Because I'm trying to like, okay, because they let like a Big Mac and like an order of fries and some other items, they let them just rot and mold away, and the French fries they just never molded.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, that's the preservatives they have to put in them. Like I said, I understand why they do it. If you do it that way, you cook French fries and stuff very quickly, right? Because you're not cooking a slice of potato. You're cooking a mashed up slurry of potato, right? Cooks way faster. also keeps longer when you add preservatives right into the mix. Here's the thing that doesn't make it good for you. There's a big difference between actual home cut fries, from a standard potato. It doesn't matter where you buy the potato, and what you will get at most restaurants or from any, grocery store when it comes to a French fry. But yeah, you can learn how to make your own, even the processed ones, pretty easily, and that works great. I haven't tried it yet, but a couple of my friends tried it, and they said it just turns out amazing. So, but like I said, I understand why they do it. It's mostly for preservatives, right? But that's just one of the simple kind of like minuscule ways that they fuck with our food. The bigger ones are what they add into, basically keep sauces and stuff as a preservative, hell, even what they add together to make like juices and stuff, like what we would consider a standard fruit juice. There, you have to think like some of that, there's not a fruit next to it. You know what I mean? There's zero fucking fruits or vegetables in it. You know what I mean? It's straight up fucking chemicals mixed together, and it's fucking disgusting. So what they add in, I mean, most of us wouldn't even understand what it is, right? But that's my thought on the food system. Right now, we don't have to worry about what they're putting in it. We have to worry about the fucking shortage that's coming. Personally, I'm hoping to be able to afford a half cow from my neighbor up the street here, because I know that they do a good job raising beef. And it's not far to go, right? Keeping it local sourced. Unfortunately, I can't grow them in my garden yet, but who knows? Maybe Bill Gates will come out with a beef plant.
You heard how they burned down. You heard how you heard how these food plants are randomly just fucking getting completely burned down. These major food plants.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually,
that's a little sus. That's just a
I
little bit sus.
I had somebody send me a picture a while back of a map, right, with all of these plants that had burned down or had
Major ones,
accidents.
yeah, big ones,
Yeah.
major.
Well, some of them were major, some of them were minor, I guess. I don't know. They didn't actually describe which plant it was, I don't believe. But to see them on the map between Canada and the US, you swear to God that these were like nuclear sites, like this is where all the missiles are, and there's a lot of them. But to find out that these are just factories that have burnt down or had some kind of catastrophe happen, it's like, how long is the time span? Only a year and a half? Holy fuck. This is very suspicious. You know what I mean? It's past the point of suspicious. It's right up there with like, this shit is planned.
In that map, did you see? Was it mostly Midwestern, or was it?
Yeah, it was mostly central, close to the border and central, from what I remember. They also sent me a list of the poultry and stuff that was killed off due to suspicion of like diseases and things like that, right? And the list is fucking massive, just massive. We're talking millions and millions of animals, right? Hundreds of millions, probably. I can't really remember. I'm trying to look back and see if I can find that picture, because boy, howdy, it was a real eye opener. People have really got to start waking up, man. I mean, they're not trying to hide it anymore, obviously.
Klaus says he doesn't let people comment, but he's got a channel. But WEF is a fucking channel, and they're putting shit out.
Oh yeah, and it's all part of their plan. Trust me. We are playing into their hands no matter what. When we turn against each other, we play into their hands, right? And when we try to say something about bringing attention to this, I mean, they'll say anything and promote it to fucking discredit you, of course, right? or to discredit the ideas. Personally, everything needs to be done away with when it comes to what they say. You know, the they of the world. We need to just completely discredit all of them. Don't take what they say into any consideration. Look at what they're fucking doing.
I think Justin Trudeau is a complete disgrace.
Oh, we don't think that. We know that.
You're just such a bitch.
Well, they all are though. They're all somebody's bitch.
And
Right.
Macron, I think Macron is, I don't know. But they're Klaus's puppets.
Yeah, they all are. They're all going to follow the same agenda. Like I said, Polyovsky or whatever his name is the new leading guy for the Conservatives here in Canada, right? Talking about getting Justin Trudeau out. Yet, if you look deeply into what he does, he follows the exact same agenda. And you know that as soon as he wins, it'll be like, oh, well, we're going to do the exact same thing that Justin did, but we're the right guys for the job. So it doesn't matter who you fucking vote in. They're all as corrupt as fuck. Right? They just can't have us turning against them. They can't have us uniting against them. That's why Canada has basically adopted the Patriot Act, right? Now we have our own version where it's not even legally done like the Patriot Act was. It wasn't voted on or anything. They're just fucking doing it. They're just spying on everyone in the fucking country, right? Politicians, former politicians, the general population, doesn't matter. They're all going to be tracked now, right? And you have no say over it, none whatsoever. So get used to that idea. If you're in the North, get used to the idea that because they've been doing this for many months. This isn't new. It's just new. Basically, to just drop the veil to say, yep, this is what we're doing. And the response
slavery's coming.
Yeah, oh, it's all coming. We're already slaves. What are you talking about? How free do you think you are? You're in the U.S., right?
It's going to get a whole lot worse.
It's going to get a fuck of a lot worse.
It's going to get a whole fucking, I think that the jabs is kind of like the beginning. This is like the beginning of the worst of the end. Be the jabs, be the force, if you can't work.
Well, that's just it. I mean, I don't know if I got this once or twice. I did find the list. It's 2 pages long. And this is not big text. I'm going to try to send this to myself to show you guys. But, yeah, no, this is all part of the fucking plan, dude. It's been part of the same plan that's been going on for decades. Decades. This isn't new. It's just new to us, right? And the division that we allow to happen, whether it's between groups like ours here, or between groups of people just out in the fucking world, farmers, leftists, rightists, it doesn't matter. All that matters is the division. That is it. The division that we allow them to do and help them do, right? That's all that matters. So here, let me pull up this list for you guys. So I don't know if I got both pages or just the one. Looks a bit blurry to me. I imagine it looks a bit blurry to you guys. Let's see if I can zoom in or out. No. So it was over 1.7 million chickens that were destroyed. And this was in Nebraska. Okay, so it's separated by state and everything. But we're talking like hundreds of millions of fucking poultry.
And why do they do that?
Oh, that was because there might be a variant of the bird flu that nobody's seen yet.
I think Corona they destroyed a whole bunch of shit.
During Corona, they were actually having people, fishermen on the coast here, told them to dump their catch, not bring it back to shore, to dump their catch. It's like,
Oh.
why? Is it full of Corona in the fucking ocean or some shit?
All
Nope.
over some blown out of proportion, all over some blown up, exaggerated
Nonsense.
fucking.
Nonsense. It's just part of the plan.
Exaggerated
And,
flu.
yeah, and I mean, you can't help encourage a fucking food shortage of any kind, right? To help turn the local population against each other or thin them out, without fucking essentially creating a food shortage. Right now, I mean, we have access to pretty much anything we want. And most people who can't, who don't live in the cities, essentially, if they can't buy it, they can go get it. You know what I mean? It's not hard to hunt down your next meal, or at least not for most people. The problem is they don't want you doing that either, right? In some places, it's illegal to grow your own food. In some places, they make it so difficult to get a license to do anything, or they've just stopped giving them out, right? So,
Eat the bugs.
yeah, eat the
Eat the
fucking bugs.
bugs.
Eat the fucking bugs.
Eat the cockroaches.
Yeah.
Eat the bugs and the fucking whatever else.
Like I said, I don't doubt
That's
for a
fucking
second.
disgusting. I mean, just
Well,
imagine.
here's the thing. And it's eat the bugs today, right? Which will become a reality by next year.
Eat
this
the
time.
bugs.
Yeah, they'll make that a reality by this time next year. This is just part of the conditioning for us to accept that. Next, it will be corpse starch. Next, it'll be recycled human bodies, and you will have to eat that too. So why not? But why stop there? You know what I mean? If I can convince a population to eat bugs and stop fucking growing their own food or hunting for it, what's to stop me from saying now you have to eat each other? Not a fucking thing. If you're that conditioned, you're all in.
I wonder if this
first.
thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
I wonder if Ghost Pill. I wonder if this thing, the Ghost Pill. He said Colorado, it's illegal to collect rainwater. Yeah, I wonder if that's true.
No, that's been a thing for years.
Oh man, how is that illegal to just do the? How the fuck? Oh my god.
Because if they make everything illegal, right, and people are dumb enough to say, yeah, I'll tolerate that. I mean, right now we tolerate fucking probably 120,000 laws that really should not exist.
Yeah,
we tolerated the family court system and its corruption, right? And that shouldn't exist.
I mean, if they take you to court, is it 1 year if you have 1 gallon, and in 2 years if you have fucking 5 gallons, and and I don't know, I don't even know how they. You collect.
You get fined. Yeah, you get fined.
Damn.
So if you have a rain barrel under your spout, right, just to kind of like water your lawn later on, that's a fine. And it's like a couple $100. It's almost to the point where they're going to tax fucking the oxygen you breathe.
Oh, I heard
they already do. Carbon tax here in Canada. I can't breathe in carbon, so I have to be taxed for it.
Yeah, I heard they were supposed to do this thing in New York and in Washington. They were supposed to do this thing where the governor or certain people, they had the power to say you're a public health emergency and we can lock you up. Yep. They were trying to pass this thing. They were trying to pass this thing where health officials and certain politicians can say you're a public health threat, and we have to quarantine you for X amount for an unspecified amount of time.
Yeah, Well, I
almost
mean,
passed.
they just passed in the UK that now the World Health Organization controls them, and when they do lockdowns. So if the World Health Organization comes out tomorrow and like one of the guys stated that monkeypox would be next, we've already seen that happening. Right? It's now a fucking national emergency in the U.S. Whatever
It's a
the case
global
may be.
emergency.
Yeah, global emergency. So
I think
basically, the World Health Organization is going to have the say over every country that allows them, and the UK was the first. Can you fucking just imagine that horse shit?
if people can't wake up to monkeypox, I mean, and then fuck all this. It,
Well, of course,
it's hopeless.
they can't wake up to nonsense when they're fucking basically telling them they're doing it. You know what I mean? Do you remember seeing a clip of a homeless guy who was like covered in dirt and wearing like a Christmas hat, stating that, you know, there's a two-party system and the corruption they do works because you don't know about it, right? Because
Is
if
that
you knew
George
about
Carlin?
I don't know. It was
George Carlin.
just some random guy that
You had some people. You had some. You had some truthers from way back, like George Carlin. I don't think you're talking about. Was he really? Was this guy really a homeless bum?
no, it was a homeless guy.
Oh.
It was a homeless guy that was explaining how the two-party system worked and how the government basically is operating this basically shadow government without you knowing, and that if you knew about these conditionings and these plans that they wouldn't work. That's all fucking been thrown out the window. If that were true, that's all been thrown out the window. Now they are fully letting you know what they're going to do. And people are just like, yep, I'm so conditioned that I'm going to take it and I'll follow whatever you fucking say.
And you know why? And you know why they're making a big deal about the monkeypox? It's it's so that they can bring back the the corona scare tactics.
Yeah, of course. They're going to use this as a scare tactic.
And
There.
coronas and I see
Just
articles. I see Fauci. I see I see Fauci articles where he's like, if you're not boosted, you're gonna be in trouble. This,
yeah,
if you look, he's like he said people who are not fully vaccinated, meaning boosted, you're in trouble. But there right now there's no legal right now there's not a legal thing that's like, oh well. But he's pushing. Like right now, if you're not double jabbed or boosted, it's not a
double
big
jab, double boosted.
yeah. Like in this country, in like I don't know where they're up to their fourth. I think in Israel. I think in Israel and other like in some countries they're up to their fourth and fifth.
We're up to our fourth, and we have people dropping like fucking flies. That's not a fucking conspiracy theory. That's just a fact. We have people dropping like fucking flies. And who gets the first ones? The medical fucking professionals.
And
So I guess it's the
teachers
right people.
and
But
yeah and education and people in
yeah.
education. They're yeah
So
certain yeah yeah the
this is
booster.
this is the guy I was talking about. I'm sure everybody's seen this video before. But he explains it as like it's a shadow government essentially running the world. They're not trying to be in a shadow government anymore. This is all out in the open bullshit now. Right? We know that our governments are being told what to do in most countries. And now they're trying to say they're part of this huge worldwide group, right? Under the advice of Klaus Schwab and people in his circle. You know what I mean? And they're going to do all the corrupt shit they want, including fucking adding stuff to your electronic device if they want to. They came out and said that. That was the video I showed earlier. But this is the guy I was talking about. We'll listen to him for a minute here.
Politics, so they can understand political parties. You're all full of crap. You don't know what the Illuminati is. If you're Republican or you're Democrat, you're wrong. Why? It's this easy. It's called divide and conquer. That's why there's two parties and only two. And they're controlled by the same people at the very top who belong to the Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderberger Group. They also belong to the Trilateral Commission, and you people don't even know what the hell that is. But if you did know, you would know that these are the people that control your world by making global policies that you never vote on and by which parties both serve and belong to these organizations and control your world. Now, here's how it works. Really easy. Divide and conquer can only work if the people that are divided are not aware of the falsely created division. If you're not aware of it, then it works. If you know about it, then it don't work no more. If you have socialism without capitalism, it becomes communism. If you have capitalism without socialism, it becomes fascism. And it's just that easy.
I love you.
That's all you need to know. That's why Masonic symbols are all over your freaking money. But you don't pay attention.
So the part about the division, totally agree. We absolutely know that's true. We have seen that descent happening right here.
See the race thing.
And it doesn't matter. If you have a group of people and the group is size of 2, they are essentially conditioned to do whatever it takes to divide that group of 2. You know what I mean? And if we can't let go of that conditioning, like I stated earlier about a person's point of view on something, you know, Bullet's point of view on child support, and, you know, my point of view on child support. If we can't say, well, yes, I understand Bullet's benefits, you know, and what he's saying, he's still saying that he wants to not see guys go to jail, right? But we also know that this entire system is corrupt as fuck and is illegal as fuck, right? You know, it's the same thing. It's the same point of view. Now, if we can just get around the simple fact that he believes that people should still be paying into it, where we know that the only way to end this system is to take away the financial benefits to it, right? There you go. Okay, that's our disagreement point, but we can still come together to end the entire fucking system, essentially to rewrite the child support or family court system. How do we stay together, though, when it only takes a very simple fucking division or disagreement on points of view to separate us, right? If they can keep us separated, they win. They win without trying. They know we're going to fucking have disputes. They know we're going to have disagreements. And if your first reaction is to, you know, basically go all up in arms about shit, you know, against your own fucking fellow brother in the fucking system, then they win. They win automatically. Because we've now fucking divided ourselves again. It's just like MGTOW. If you want to keep slapping different tags on it and different pill colors and everything like that, it just leads to more division. When we fucking feed trolls like Satan's fucking retard, right? It allows them trolls to survive and merge on and go on to the next day. We're feeding those problems, if that makes any sense. And that's exactly what they fucking want. It's exactly what these groups need. They need us at each other's throats, because then they can introduce corpse starch eventually.
Yeah, I've seen timetables. I've seen the elitist plan, and by 2030 they want 90% of us gone.
Oh, and they've openly admitted that. It has no, dude, global warming, we could go burn down as much forest as we could right now as individuals, and global warming still will not fucking happen. It will not happen. Climate changing happens all the fucking time. All the fucking time. The global warming thing where we have to basically rip up the entire fucking surface of the earth to make enough fucking batteries to go green. Where the fuck is the common sense in that? You destroy more fucking surface area of this goddamn planet
Making batteries,
by
right? Making the electric.
batteries than you ever will fucking sucking up crude oil. Ever.
Yeah. I heard. I think it was. I forget if it was Joe Rogan or Andrew Tate or somebody said it about Elon Musk. Or it might have been Elon. I forget who said it. I forget who. But yeah, just digging up the
lithium alone.
The lithium. Yeah.
Dude, lead is very common, right? But we still have to fucking mine it. And generally we get lead pretty much everywhere. Like I can go dip in a river and pull you out some lead, right? Just by panning for gold, I can pan you out some lead. But we still mine the fuck out of it. Lithium mining strips the fucking land clear. Massive swaths of land. Because it's not in big concentrations. It's in fucking minute particles. So we have the rare earth metals are actually not rare. They're just dispersed everywhere because it doesn't clump together as often as we think, right? Gold, silver, lead, fucking nickel, iron, all of these things clump together, right? But the rare earth metals are spread out in fucking fine particles. So in a ton of dirt, you might get 1/10 of a gram of fucking lithium, a full ton. And now you need to strip out basically 70,000 tons to make one battery. Well, that's totally green. Totally green. Look at the fucking windmills and fucking solar panels that all use the same rare earth metals, right? Or they use very special coatings or tons of fucking gear oil to keep them from burning up. Where does that fucking gear oil come from, motherfucker?
Did you know AOC?
She's an idiot. Yes, I know.
I'm gonna tell you one of her. I think it was her Green New Deal.
Yeah.
What she wanted, what AOC wanted to do. What AOC said is, I forget it was to protect the environment. I forget what the purpose was, but I forget what the end goal was. But she wanted to dig up, like, she said we had to elevate the buildings in New York City by like 15 feet or something.
Why?
And yeah, I'm trying to remember the purpose. But I'm trying to remember the purpose. Thing is, and I forget if it was Tucker Carlson said, I forget who was interviewing her or who was making a hit piece. But the thing was, do you know how much fucking money it would you know how much money it would take to lift every single building in New York City?
Oh fuck, gajillions.
It would take more.
Just it. They don't care about that.
It would take trillions or more.
Yeah, your national debt might look a hell of a lot fucking different. What's the national debt in the U.S.? I know you guys have that big counter clock somewhere. Is that on Wall Street?
I got off. I forget if it's on 5th or 6th Avenue, somewhere. I think it's in Midtown. I think it's somewhere on 5th or 6th Avenue. I've seen it though, and I was there a couple years ago, and it was like 30 trillion, like a couple years ago.
Okay, yeah, those digits
it was like
that
20 something trillion. Yeah.
If that plan actually went through, those digits would be nothing. They wouldn't even be the drop in the fucking bucket by the time it's all over. But they don't care about money. Money is just fucking fiat currency, right? To them, they just print it and fucking spend it as much as they want. You're the one paying back the money in labor, right?
We got to save the trees and then Harambe.
Gotta save the trees. Here's the thing. I have seen hippies in places like Victoria bitching and complaining because they have the developers have to cut down one fucking tree. Okay? Here's the thing. They went out and started protesting around the area where they had to cut down this one tree. They drove their fucking cars to that location, right? They made up signs made of wood and cardboard, right? And probably killed more fucking trees and animals getting there to do a protest than that fucking tree was worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, but it's okay when we do it. It's just like the hypocrites at that place, PETA. You familiar with PETA?
Yes.
The people for ethical, whatever the fuck they are.
The animal thing.
Yeah, sociopaths. They're all fucking sociopaths, okay?
I think Pamela Anderson was like a huge advocate.
Probably.
Like Pam Anderson was like, or I don't know. Yeah, PETA. I mean, you know.
Okay, so here's how
animal abuse.
Here's how
animal
these hypocrites
abuse, I think.
Yeah, here's how these hypocrites work, though. They don't believe that you or I, right, should have or use animals for anything, right? So we shouldn't be pre-testing drugs on rats, right, or mice, whatever the case may be. And you know what? Salute to the fucking lab mouse, man. We've killed millions, if not billions, of them researching drugs. But they don't believe that we should be fucking benefiting from animals at all. Here's the thing. If you or anyone else has ever touched a fucking vial of insulin, you are benefiting from animal experimentation. The second in command at PETA is a diabetic who also believes that she should be excluded from that fucking list, right? And she should be allowed to use insulin because she's a fucking, animal fucking champion or some shit. But the rest of you have to die. What's up, brother Hemi? How are you tonight, buddy?
I'm all good. Can you hear me?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, great. I want to mention something about those PETA fools. They're the ones that call everybody's against beating animals, right? Like, that's common sense. Nobody wants to mistreat
that's
animals.
common sense. I don't like beating animals.
These people call on farmers because the cows are out in the rain. Like, dude, like, the cows are in the rain. They don't have shelter. It's like, they're cows. They stay in the pasture in the rain. Like, what the? They're crazy.
They call on all kinds of bullshit. I mean, personally, and I know this is going to sound pretty evil, but gentlemen, I'm not the nicest person out there. You know what I mean? Sometimes I laugh at shit that I shouldn't laugh at. The funniest thing I seen was a bunch of what we call pedophiles. Yes, we do refer to them as pedophiles, but they're PETA. They locked themselves up to a chicken or turkey harvester or something like that. No, sorry, it was ducks. It was a duck processing fucking farm, right? They hooked themselves up to the equipment where they hooked the ducks up, and then somebody turned on the equipment. So basically, they had their necks in the exact same fucking spot where the duck's neck goes to get it removed from the body.
Oh my God.
And if somebody didn't figure out how to shut down that equipment, they would have been killed. And I still would have fucking laughed.
Well, out here they have a hog processing plant, and they stop the trucks at the red light before they turn into the plant, and they go up and feed the animals water. Oh, they've had long journeys. They're thirsty animals, right, on the way to the slaughterhouse. One of these protesters was run over by the fucking truck as it made the corner trying to feed some hog water on its way to slaughter.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm fine with that part. I am fine with that. If they got fucking run over, totally fine with that. Because you know what? That's your fucking problem. The way I see it, if you actually go play in traffic, that is your fucking problem, homie.
Yeah, but you know how it is here. That the trucking company is going to be paying out to that idiot survivors. You know, like that's how it works up here. Like you do something stupid, your survivors will sue for millions.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
almost a reward for stupidity.
Exactly. Okay, I found it. I found it, guys. I want to, if you haven't seen this, which I'm pretty sure most of you have, it's still worth a fucking watch again because let's be honest, this is some of the funniest fucking shit I've ever seen. So here we are, you know, this is a duck processing plant. Of course, this is how it's done, right?
This may be triggering to Shinobi.
Yeah, this might be triggering, but he kills baby ducks all the time. So here they are taking down these ducks, right? From the fucking equipment to process them. And oh, this guy is a gem. This guy is an internet fucking gem. I personally would love to talk to him because I got more places he can stick his head. You won't get into too many, but you know, I'm fine with it. It's for the animals. Oh, sorry guys. Did you want some sound?
Oh yeah, it's so much better when you can hear the ducks screaming.
Yeah.
Inside the slaughterhouse, the activists began using U-locks on their own necks, locking themselves to the metal duck slaughtering production line. In a shocking move, an employee of the slaughterhouse then turned on the belt, threatening the lives of the activists and nearly asphyxiating one man who was dragged by his neck and wedged against a metal pole.
Okay, personally, right? That person these people that locked themselves up did it willingly. It's not our fault if the machines kill them. They made a personal choice, right? And they didn't think this shit through at all. But I don't blame the employee for 1 second. We'll carry this on.
You can hear panicked organizers frantically working to unlock him in this next video. A warning to our viewers, this footage is disturbing.
Yeah, awesome, actually.
Yeah, their stupidity is disturbing.
I go to hell if I laugh at this.
Oh my God! You're okay. You're okay.
See, if anything, he tried to commit suicide.
Start it up.
What number is this lock? What number is this lock? This is 8, not 7. That's not 7. It's 8. It's 8.
The activist, Thomas Chang, was taken away by ambulance.
Oh, that was fucking awesome. See, they just tried to commit suicide, guys. And, you know, especially here in Canada now, that's totally legal. And in fact, his friend here who tried to get him out of the locker, who finally did, broke a law now. So I think we should have him arrested.
Lock out all machinery before sticking your head in it.
That's right. Oh, these are the same people, though, that, you know, like I said, it's okay if they use animal products or products that were used on animals or tested on animals. It's just not okay for the rest of us. Also, on a side note, they actually put down a fuck ton of animals in a year. So your local SPA or whatever, what's it called again, Hammy? SPA, no.
Here it's OSPCA, but it's SPCA in America.
Okay, so yeah, your SPCA, that's one we all know. Your local SPCA only puts down about fucking 3% of the animals they take in. Okay? Generally, not a big number. When PETA takes in animals, they put almost all of them down. They literally purchase huge fucking fridges for the cadavers. They're definitely not using it to freeze meat for them to eat because they're all fucking vegans. But the animals they take in, they put down tons of them. Most of them. Hypocritical as fuck. They put down all of them. But yeah, these are the people telling you that you can't benefit from animal use or animal tested products like fucking penicillin. Oh, and if you eat any meat, you know, you're a monster. But okay. So that's just one of those fun facts. Oh, anything else you guys want to say on that, or shall we move on?
People really don't really understand how many things are made from animal products. That's the reality. Like things you wouldn't even think of.
Well, look at the whole Green New Deal thing. I mean, they want to shut down petroleum products, right? Everything, including parts of our cell phone, are made from petroleum products. So that means all that goes too.
Yeah. So what's the alternative oil that they're going to use? Plant-based oil?
I don't know if you can make polymers from plant-based oil.
Well, yeah, maybe animal-based oil.
Oh, maybe people-based oil. Ooh, you know, you got to do something with those fatties.
Back to the Pierre Poilievre topic.
Yep.
You know, he was on the WEF website like 2 years ago or something like that, and now he's like gone, scrubbed away, like as if, oh no, nothing to see here. It was like some fucking Mandela effect.
Yeah, no,
question yourself.
Him, and like I said, it doesn't matter who you vote for, right? Democratic, Republican, Liberal, NDP, it doesn't matter. Every one of those people are just a different face for the exact same fucking program.
He was pushed on YouTube for the past 2 years, big time too. If you noticed, like
I am still subscribed to his fucking actual videos, you know, or to his YouTube channel, and I saw he just released one like 4 hours ago, and it's him wearing a fucking mask in a goddamn car. But yeah, and he's like, oh, the mandates and all that shit fucking need to go.
He sat on his hands. They sat on their hands while the Liberals did the mandates. They were no opposition.
No.
And they blame always because O'Toole, he had no spine, but nobody spoke up about it, man. They were all in cahoots.
Well, and I've stated more than once that O'Toole, as soon as it came to the end and it looked like he was winning, he threw away all the conservative talking points and narratives and beliefs and was basically ready to take over the instruction manual from Justin Trudeau. That's what they all do.
The Trudeau light.
Yeah, they're all willing to do that. They're all going to do that. And they don't give two fucks about you. They don't give two fucks about any of us. The lawyers, the judges, the fucking mayors, the governors, it doesn't matter. They're all fucking disposable to these people. And so are you. These people that we take as our local authorities, right? All they are is prison guards for the population. That's it. Prison guards and fucking checkmen, essentially, right? They'll be the ones to put the boot to your actual neck. And the politicians, you know, if you fucking take them out, they don't give two fucks. They don't give two fucks. Because in the end, they know that they're going to be disposed of just as easily. Just as easily as the peasant, me and you. The politicians will absolutely dispose of these fucking henchmen of theirs. It'll essentially be the night of the long knives or the night of broken glass, whatever they called it. A 2.0 worldwide version. That's all they are. They're disposable. Right? Now, like I said, if the people get a hold of them first, right, it is absolutely going to end with a short drop and a sudden stop for the majority of them. Some of them might get torn apart or fucking gunned down, but the majority of them will be dragged out and fucking just hung. And politicians won't give two fucks. You think the politician is going to show up and say, "Why are you doing this?"
You have too much faith. You have too much faith in Canadians. I'm afraid they're far too docile. Maybe the imports we brought in might tear somebody apart by limb, but none of these naturalized.
It's everywhere, man. There's
Yeah.
too many normies
We're too polite.
everywhere.
Yeah, you
There's
know
too many
what?
normies. It's just a problem. This normie thing. And actually, I had Polska Bob on, and he made a comment that was a little edgy, but I still agreed with. He made a comment that almost got my channel yeeted, but I agreed wholeheartedly with. I mean, these normies they're just like, it's not even parasitic. It's just these sheep who are feeding the Matrix. It's just sheep that are, you know.
Well, that's just it. I mean, in an enlightened community like ours, right? Why do we fucking still follow that same programming? There's the big question of the night.
Oh, good question.
Why are we dividing ourselves, turning against each other, allowing chameleons to do the same thing, allowing gossips to basically put, poison in our ear, to spit more poison at our next brother or person that we don't agree with? Why are we following that same conditioning if we're breaking free of the Matrix? There's something we really need to change. Like I said, I know the guys have mentioned it, that these resets happen every couple years in the manosphere, right? And then we reform and start all over again. But when we reform and start all over again, that just gives these the masters, right, that much more time to continue their nefarious shit. Right? It gives them that much more fuel to beat us down the next time. What's up, brother Brandon Trueblood? Hello, sir.
Howdy.
Just say.
Hey. Okay.
What's up, bro?
Hey, how's it going there? Absolutely.
Cam up.
Hey,
Cam up,
Emmy.
bro.
Howdy, brother Brandon.
Nah, it's hotter than fuck in my room tonight, and I got my shirt off. Unless you want to have man boob fest, I'm gonna leave the cam off.
Get it sleeveless.
It's just fucking hot. You don't have to see my face. You know what I look like. I ain't that pretty.
We've all
It's not like at least I'm not like Muhammad Ali. He's too pretty. He said so.
All right. Sorry about that. Little guy popped in after his nap. Say hello. So how are you, Brandon? Other than hot as fuck.
Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Life is good.
Good. I mean, I know some of us have a life that most people really, really should have, but can't seem to get away from.
Well, every day above dirt is a good day.
It is.
Amen.
It is. We have the opportunity to come here together again, have a conversation. It's, put our thoughts out there.
Not as a Klaus slave.
Yeah, not as a fucking Klaus slave.
Right, not as a Klaus slave. But I got a slightly different take on like getting along with each other.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, do you remember when a manly load and I went after each other?
Okay, yeah.
Well, we're friends now.
Yeah, but you guys can still have a disagreement and be civil at the end. We've had that conversation.
Absolutely, we can, and we did. Just because people are having a little bit of a disagreement doesn't mean that it's dividing the community. It's not, that's sort of a Pollyanna-ish approach of going to life, because people are going to have disagreements. You have to have the room to have those disagreements as long as you know, at the end of the day, you figure out that you have more commonality than you have, apart.
Well, that's just it. This disagreement between you and a Manly Load, we had to sort it out within a few, like a week, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't even have went past that night, really. And I think
it didn't go past that night, and that's because we were able to confront each other head on.
What happened? What happened in this situation? I missed this whole thing. What happened?
You got to go back and watch the live stream. Now I'm forcing you to watch my content by going back and finding it.
Well, a Manly Load was it? Oh God,
a month ago.
It was in the winter time.
Oh man! All right, yeah. I guess I'll look for it. You remember what the title of it was?
No, I think it was just a chill stream. I think. So look back over a month with the chill stream, and you'll probably find it. You'll find a good couple.
And I've seen several of the other brothers go after each other, and then they come back, and a week or two or a month goes by, and then they're friendly again. We can't limit ourselves to not having conflict.
I never said that we shouldn't have disagreements or even light conflict. But here's the thing. When people come in as chameleons, right, and gossipers and stuff like that, we all know it doesn't end right there. You know what I mean? It doesn't end with like yours and a Manly Loads disagreement was a one-on-one together, right, that you guys had out and we allowed to play out. Right there.
And
now
both Manly and I realized that we weren't going to change each other's mind. He still believes the earth is flat, and there's nothing I'm going to say to him that's going to change his mind on whether he thinks the earth is flat.
I saw the Alex J, and he made this funny ass comment. He was like he wanted to go to the edge, and like there was gonna be, we're just gonna be there and see the like the waterfall, and like cats are throwing shit off the fucking edge, and dude, I couldn't stop laughing, man. I was like,
yeah, exactly, Vero. That's right. We agreed to disagree, and like I'm even doing a stream with Manly on Saturday.
Oh, well, that'd be nice.
Yeah, we're doing a stream on homesteading on Saturday.
Yeah, Alex Jones. Alex J and Eddie Bravo. Did you see it? Did you see the Alex J Joe Rogan episode with Eddie Bravo? Eddie Bravo was on there. Dude, these
I don't watch Joe Rogan.
Alex J. Alex. I hate saying Alex J, but I'm not gonna get Chris Mitchell's channel. I'm fucking obliterated.
Jones.
Alex Jones will be appearing here tomorrow night. I wish.
That would get you eaten.
Dude, I would have Alex Jones on any fucking day just because some of the fucking funny shit he says is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got 3 Joe Rogan episodes. I'm still up.
Yeah. Like I said, the world owes him an apology for all the fucking shit that we thought he was just being crazy and funny about.
Right.
And he's been right fucking every time.
Not every time.
No, on a lot of them, he's been right.
95% plus.
And they're big. They're not fucking small things. They're big things. All right? But yeah, we're going to have disagreements. Like I said, I don't agree with what Bullet said on this clip from Stinger, right? And the thing is, although Stinger put up his opinion on the thing, I mean, that's totally fine. If you look at the ways that we do agree, though, and the fact that, Bullet was still essentially saying, like, I'm thinking I'm doing the best thing for the guys that I claim to care about, right? Because this is a men's society, right? Or philosophy, whatever the case may be. He was just looking at it from a different view, and some people picked up on the simple fact that, or some people will pick up on the simple fact that he was stating that guys should play along with the system and continue paying their child support. That's something I don't agree with. Because if you keep the financial incentive there for these people to be fucking corrupt as fuck, more children are going to go into this system, more men are going to go into this system, and more men are going to go into the ground when they can't take it anymore and eat their own fucking gun.
Well, it's the same as saying I'm against slavery, but I'll continue to be a slave because I feel bad that my masters would not be able to live a life of luxury if I stopped working as a slave.
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
these bull dyke, these bull dyke career women, that fucked all this shit for everybody.
well, I mean, it's a female mindset. It's just like gossiping, right? It's a female trait. When we have gossipers in the fucking manosphere, we might as well be the femisphere. It might as well be Dramatau. You know what I mean? I personally do what I can not to take part of it. I'll absolutely have. I tell you what, if anybody has a problem with me or something I've said where it's upset them to the point where they feel like they have something to say about me to someone else, stop. Say it to me first.
Yeah, you need to make more thin crust pizzas, motherfucker.
Fuck you and your thin crust pizzas. But yeah, private message me. I generally fucking do an after hour stream. You know, once the stream is ended, you can come into the back and we can talk one-on-one. You can reach me on
the Emperor will let you in the back.
See, this sick fuck, we can't put him anywhere. But yeah, feel free to come say it to me first. And you don't have to be fucking rude about it. You can just say, hey, man, I don't agree with this, and here's why, A, B, and C. And I'll be like, okay, here's why I don't think A, B, and C is fucking either important to me or relevant to our fucking conversations, whatever the case may be. Doesn't have to turn into a gossip fest. Most of us will absolutely have a conversation with you guys. And I'm sure even the guys in the chat, if they say something they don't agree with, they can have a private conversation or disagreement right here, sorta, or after the stream is over, because most of us are in Shinobi's Discord. But they can get together and talk it out between the two of them, right? Nobody else has to get involved, and you don't have to say shit about anybody behind their back, right? Brandon, me and you had a conversation recently, one-on-one, and you told me how you felt about it, and I told you how I felt about it, and that was it.
Yep.
That's how it should be. And you know what, guys? Nobody got mad about anything.
Nope.
Nobody was put down behind their back. Nobody was fucking screaming at each other. There wasn't fucking curse words going back and forth, although I like to curse.
Oh, we were cursing.
Yeah, I curse when I speak. So
yeah, so do I.
It's like people who wave their hands when they talk. You know what I mean?
I can stand the hand wavers. It's the fucking hand clappers I don't like.
And here's why: A, B, and C. There you go. There you go. Right? Hey, if you want to have a chat with me about that after, go right ahead. Right? It's easy that way. And like I said, you don't have to worry ever about somebody having a receipt against you. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest.
It's called handling yourself like a man.
Yeah. To do this behind each other's backs is backstabbing. We don't need that. We have enough, guys. In Canada alone, there's probably about 3 to 4 million people that are absolutely 100% our fucking enemy. And I mean that as a fucking a person just trying to live in this world. We have millions of people that are dead set against us, that want to or either profit from this system that is going on that enslaves us, And they are your real fucking enemy. The real enemy. Brandon Trueblood, Hemi Four-Speed, me, not your fucking enemy. You have plenty of real enemies. Let's go deal with them first. Let's go deal with our real enemies, and then we'll fucking deal with each other if we have to. But right now, we got bigger fucking fish to fry. And if our fucking system breaks down again, who's to say if it'll ever come back? I mean, there's a good chance it will. But YouTube, the people at YouTube are your fucking enemy. And here we are on fucking YouTube. But they want to shut us down. They want to shut us up. They want us divided and dissolved. And if they can do that without ever firing a shot, they're fine with it. So we have real enemies. Let's not make
There's
new
just
ones.
too many fucking normies. It's
Dude,
disgusting. It's just
hundreds of millions, possibly in billions. Literally, you can.
I would say billions.
Yeah,
I would
let's
safely say billions.
Around the world, billions of enemies that want to see you suffer. They want to see a collar around your neck, and they want to take your fucking children, and they want to imprison you, and they want to kill you. Billions of them. Don't fucking worry about your buddy in the chat.
I'm saying that there's billions that are unaware. I'm saying billions of people that, because there's different. I've said this before. There's different levels of awareness. Like, there's some people that are aware that such and such is a real thing, that such and such is an issue.
Yeah.
But then then they're not aware of a ton of other relevant, important shit.
Or aspects of it. Like, I mean, they didn't wake up one day and throw this fucking conditioning on us all at once. They did it in steps. Most people, you're right, most people aren't aware. They have no idea. If we were to bring somebody randomly into this fucking, into these live streams or group chats, right, and show them, expose them to our lifestyle, right? Whether
exposing. Yeah.
Yes. They would, well, whether you be monk or a pickup artist or whatever the case may be, from one end of the spectrum to the other in MGTOW or the Manosphere, if they were to come in all of a sudden and get introduced, they wouldn't know what the fuck is wrong with us. They would think we were all insane.
Yeah, because people, all they know is their feelings. They're like, oh, this doesn't feel good, so it must be wrong.
There you go. Or it ruins their perfect idea of the perfect world that they live in, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Right?
They're not very. It's like they're kind. Here's the thing. A lot of people, they're open-minded to authority.
Yeah.
I brought. Do you know about the ethos, pathos, logos?
I've heard of the ethos, but I'm not too sure what reference you're taking on it.
Okay, because there's these three things that people use. These three things, like, people care about. Okay, and I forget which one is which. I know logos is the logic, but
ethos is ethics.
Well, ethos. One of them. Okay, one of them is the status. The status. The credibility. That's what people care about. Is the status, and then the credibility, which is probably the ethos. And then they care about the emotions, or how it made them feel, and then they care about the logos, and in third place, and you take your average, and you take every normie as you could think of. You take every normie out there. You know what they put in last place is the fucking logic.
Logic comes in last.
Exactly.
Why am I not fucking surprised?
They care about status and credibility.
Yeah.
Basically, who said it, the title of the person who said it.
Mm-hmm.
They care about the emotions, or how it made them feel, and bottom of and at the bottom is the logic, and what make and the realistic and the sense of it all. You know?
Now, isn't that a fucking sad reality right there all on its own? Where we put fucking logic last? I mean, I've spoken to people about how they behave or talk to people based on their their sub counts. Oh, here's the thing. I'm not a walking sub count, and I don't think anybody else is either. You know what I mean? If that were the case, then PewDiePie should be king of the fucking world.
Or Mr. Beast.
Or Mr.
Beast
gets
or
shut down
SS
all the
Sniper
time.
Wolf.
Yeah, or Sniper Wolf. They should be ruling the fucking world.
SS Sniper Wolf is, I mean, she should. I mean, dude, I'm about to make a hit piece on both of them. I'm about to make a hit piece on Mr. Beast and SS Sniper Wolf because, I mean, dude, have you seen Mr. Beast? He puts this cuck face on every video.
I think he's been off YouTube for over 2 years now.
Mr. Beast?
Yeah, he was kicked off.
I think
he's just.
Yeah, he was kicked off for fucking pedophilia.
Dude, he was kicked off years ago.
Hold on.
Unless he's back, it's possible he's back. But
if you type in Mr. Beast, you'll see he's got 102 million subscribers. You type in Mr. Space Beast, 102 million subscribers, and on every fucking video is that stupid fucking soyed out cuck face. Is that stupid soyed out with the big eyeballs and the mouth wide open, and that's why he's YouTube's star attraction. He's YouTube's most endorsed. It's because they look for these stupid thoughts. The only reason why Mr. Beast is big is because he puts on that cuck face and he just acts like this soyed out cuck.
So it's Mr. Slash or underscore?
Mr. Blank Space. Mr. Blank Space Beast. Mr. Blank Beast. Mr. Dash or Mr. Space Beast. And then you got SS Sniper Wolf, and then you got people like SS Sniper. She wears that stupid blowjob expert fucking elastic neck piece that makes her look like a total slut. And she puts and then she does the AOC. She puts on some big ass glass. She puts on some eyeglasses to make herself look smarter, even though she's a complete fucking retard.
That's artificial intelligence.
Yeah. Well, have you guys ever watched a show series called The Guild? On the last season, I believe, or the second last season, one of the girls was in basically the development center of their game that they play, right? And she was the marketing person, so she would base things off the analytics, right? So she was like, "Oh, I wear." She was worried about, or somebody was worried about damaging her glasses, and she was like, "Oh, these aren't real. I just wear them because people with glasses appear 30% more smarter than they are." Like, it's sort of like that, you know what I mean? Like,
I want to address
Sniper Wolf and her glasses.
Mouth agape. Mouth agape is saying that it's a choker. I do not think it's a choker. I think that the real the professional actual choker is like a piece of leather that I don't think that little flimsy plastic or elastic fucking that little thing that she wears. I don't think that's a choker. It might be. I really don't think. I think a choker is like a straight up collar or leash.
Yeah, I don't think anybody here could really argue with you about definitions of jewelry.
Yeah.
And I would have to
Uh,
suspect any man that could.
I don't know, but
Sorry.
what I'm saying, when I think of a choker, I'm thinking of I'm thinking of a leather strap or a leash that has a handle for an actual leash. I don't think that little fucking blowjob expert elastic shit is a choker.
You know how all
But-
that stuff got started.
but-
That was just a convenient place to carry the fucking hair
because
strap.
I mean, if she's wearing a leather strap around her neck, that just signals either she's. I mean, she's probably a slut. Either way, if she like that elastic shit is a slut tell, and if she's wearing a leather collar, then I don't know. It just signals that she's into. It just signals that she's into masochistic sex on an open basis.
Probably, but either way, that's completely off our topics.
Yeah, I'm just well. The main topic is that you got people. Is when we talk about normies, we're talking about how normies are the problem, and then you got to look and then you look at mass media, and then you look at big platforms like YouTube, and you look at big platforms. The people that they're endorsing, the people that they're putting in first place at the top of the mountain. It's people like Mr. Beast, who's got that stupid soy cuck face.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely like I said, it's how does Critical Drinker put it?
And then you got SS Sniper Wolf. And then you got SS Sniper Wolf, who's got. And you got SS Sniper Wolf with an IQ of 2, who looks like a complete fucking thought. An IQ, a complete fucking thought with an IQ of like negative fucking of nothing.
Yeah, but they're spreading their message. They're spreading the conditioning. It doesn't matter if it makes sense or if it's logical in any way. It just helps to keep either people divided or distracted. Right?
They're trying to push the soy.
Oh, of course.
That's what they're trying to do.
Look at Hollywood.
Yeah, they put the soy at the top of the mountain.
Look at fucking Hollywood. They're making movies so fucking bad now that they have to fucking cancel them themselves.
And then you got Bill Gates. And then you got Bill Gates with his FAG flamboyant. He waves his arms around, and he wears that stupid pink sweater. He wears these stupid pink and he talks like a bitch. He talks like Trudeau.
Yeah.
He's got these pink sweaters, and he waves his arms around, and he wears a pink sweater, and he talks like a bitch. Like,
well, here's the thing. Like Bolo was saying here, and like you mentioned about the whole the ethos and ethos and whatnot.
Ethos, pathos, logos.
Ethos,
pathos, logos. Status and credibility.
Yeah.
Emotion, and
logic. So now, if we were to fucking, and just like you said, Bolo, it is an upside down world just because we're following those steps in that way. If we were to fucking reverse them right now with the normie population, they would hunt us down like animals and kill us for upsetting their fucking perfect world. Because that is the world they know now. Right?
Yo, if you want to see it, if you want to pull up Mr. Beast and show, if you want to pull up the cuck face and show the audience the Mr. Beast cuck face.
Hang on, Mr. Beast.
And if you go to his videos,
I'm not playing any of his videos because I got fucking shit to deal with from the last time. But yeah, you're talking
look.
There you go.
This is the YouTube top tier cuck face.
Yep.
The soy is real. And if you keep scrolling, it's just more and more cuck face. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that helps push their message, right?
The soy.
Yeah, that's one thing they're trying to push. To go along with what Corey was saying. Corey, I also don't think I have the cleavage for Twitch either, but you never know, man. I could work on that.
And you should.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
No,
The beta boy.
you're a
soy
thought
boy.
wannabe.
I'm a thought wannabe. There you go. Nobody's joining my OnlyFans. Excuse me.
Well, that's because you haven't posted my sexy man boobs yet.
Yeah, the
Hey,
beta
man,
boy.
I gotta work on. I don't know how to edit, so I'm working on my editing guy, Ike, who didn't show up tonight either. But you know, it is what it is.
I mean, and you've seen Sniper, right? You've seen
Oh,
Sniper
yeah.
and her
Fuck.
faces.
Dude, Sniper Wolf, we like look, man, I come from the age of Sniper Wolf, all right? I was there when she got started with fucking the whole gaming thing on. It wasn't even on Twitch, it was on YouTube. And then she went to Twitch, okay? Look, this girl was a fucking straight up thought. She's one of the original thoughts. Okay? She's the OG of thought. And you can see that. Yeah, okay, she's cute, but she fucking got busted so many times for not actually fucking being a gamer and shit like that, that she eventually had to go to these reaction videos. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah,
and
like, yeah.
the soy boys and the fucking the simp nation just followed them.
The
Doesn't
beta
matter where
cuck
she
simp.
goes. Yeah,
The beta
they're-
cuck. Yeah.
because this is what makes them feel good.
The beta
Right.
cuck. Soy boy. I'm trying to come up with every single adjective for the.
Dude, Sniper Wolf has got to be fucking like late 30s, early 40s now. I actually have no idea how old she is, but like she was in her fucking 20s when I was fucking gaming, and she first came out. And
Blue
I mean,
pill
I'm
soy boys. That's what
I'm
she's got.
39. Well, Roma Army did the same thing. Using this community.
I think she might be worse.
Well, yeah, because she actually linked her OnlyFans.
That throat tattoo it's grotesque. That throat
nasty.
tattoo is just. I mean, I don't know how many head meds and daddy issues you got to have a throat tattoo with like that.
A lot.
I don't care how self-improved and reformed she might be.
She's not.
That throat tattoo is absolutely.
She is a true-blooded chameleon. She came into the manosphere spitting out fucking basically manosphere talking points and, you know, logic, right? Gained a following and then directed them to her OnlyFans. That's literally what she did. And
what does she
about
show
the
on?
whole fucking way.
What does she show on her OnlyFans? I want to know.
Well, you can go watch Hammerhand's video on Odyssey about her.
Is it feet or titties or?
No. She goes to full
That's hardcore porn.
Yeah, she's into the full on hardcore porn.
With stunt dicks, or is she playing?
No, she got a boyfriend or something that helps her out. But there you go. I mean, what can we say? You know, we can't tell. Yeah, we can't tell these guys like, look, man, any more obvious that you're being played as a simp, you know, than literally her telling them they're simps.
You can Google it, ATS. You
Yeah.
can have a little sampler. You'll see.
I'm about to Google Roma Army just to see if she has a roast beef pussy or not.
She does.
Yeah, confirmed.
Don't ask me how I know, guys.
Chris showed it to me.
As long as she doesn't have a rosebud.
Yeah, no rosebud. Oh, well, we won't go to that one. But either way, like I said, it's all part of that same conditioning, you know, to lead us down these roads. The topics we pretty much covered here tonight are exactly what they want to see happen when we go into each other's fucking, you know, world and basically go into dissent with each other or fucking bitching matches. And you know, I like I said, I know this fucking stuff happens every couple years, but I would like to see it come to an end because that is what they conditioned us to do. Breaking that cycle and escaping the matrix is the point of MGTOW and the red pill community.
Roast beef
Yes.
army.
Oh God, you had to bring that up.
Ape.
I'm gonna-
He brought it to my attention.
Yeah,
Ape.
well, it's not a person I generally promote, just like the trolls that we know, like Satan's retard. I know everybody's going after him and stuff, but we saw what he did. When he stopped getting the attention he wanted, he evolved, and then he got the attention, right? That's what they do to break us down. I mean, they only have so many steps they're going to go through before even the best chameleon out there will be like, fuck it, I'm not getting the response I want, I'm done, right? Chameleons like Satan's fucking retard, they get responses out of using, in some cases, your heartstrings against you. Like I saw what he posted with, Value's picture, or not Value, with Vention's picture in the comments section on that one video. Okay. And I'll admit, I got pretty pissed off, but I ain't going to fucking feed that troll. Do not fucking feed the trolls. Oh, Brother Mouth Gabe Ape is going to bless us with the greatest beard in MGTOW. Hello, sir.
Roast beef army. Roast beef. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, bro. Because I was a little bit curious, and I don't know, man.
Oh, she's foul.
She seemed like she
that
would have
Odyssey,
one.
That Odyssey video of her, she is cock chugging to the max.
Yeah.
Is it a steady boyfriend or a bunch of stunt dicks?
I think she has a stable of stunt cocks she runs through. She's on the carousel. Most of them are tattooed up. They look like junkies.
Oh, Jesus.
But
Just
I mean,
like her.
at the same time, if we're promoting her right now. So we're basically signing up.
We're calling her a scumbag.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Still promotion. Just like with fucking Satan's retard. You mention him, you fucking argue with him. Doesn't matter. Promotion. They don't care about good or bad reactions. It's just reactions.
Yeah, any publicity, good publicity.
Speak of the devil and he appears. It's like
any kind of publicity is good publicity.
That's right.
Cloud is cloud.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all these people fucking look for.
I totally just got on and just realized I don't have a beer. I got to go get a beer. I'll be right back.
Hey, Ike, before you go,
what's up?
I saved your life today.
Man.
You saved my life? What had happened?
We'll have a drink together.
Celibate Scorpion, going her own way, wanted to have your information.
Okay.
I guess she thought I was going to give it to her.
Well, it's easy to find it. You just watch my podcast and you can find it.
I'm pretty sure that's she was just trying to feel me out to see if I would be her little bitch, and I don't know why, but
hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, Ike, I saved your life today. I killed a shit-eating dog. I was totally expecting that line. I was like, he's going to do it. He's going to do it.
No, not on Chris Mitchell's stream. I wouldn't, because Chris is promoting Kumbaya.
I'm not.
Chris also
see.
Chris also won't put.
That's a joke, man.
Sorry, what were you saying, Abe?
I said Chris also won't put bowl fries on a pizza, and he hates thin crust. He's racist.
Wait. Chris hates thin crust?
I didn't say that. They're lying to you.
Somebody wanted more thin crust videos, and he told him to fuck off.
Okay.
I can see that happening, though.
Excuse me. Sorry, hang on a sec.
Hold on.
Anything that is not requested that I have to make, right, just to say I made it, I'm going to have to
Corey.
eat it, and it fucks up with my diet, man. I am losing weight. I am almost under 200 pounds now. Finally.
Oh, me too.
Rocky Mountain oysters are good for you. You should try them on a pizza sometime.
Oh my god, that is
I've-
just fucking disgusting.
I've tried that before. It's not as good as people say it is.
It's not as bad as they say it is either.
That's true.
I think, you know what? I've changed my mind. Bring on the corpse starch.
Ah.
I love the title on that. Did you see the can? Like the actual can, it says "Even in death, I'll serve." It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so.
It's disgusting and hilarious, and it's coming to a fucking country near you soon. Oh, no fucking sharks, Bob.
What they don't realize is that
he wants me to play the shark game.
Start eating enough people, and people are. What's that disease that they get? What the hell they call that?
Fuck if I know disease.
I don't know if there is an actual disease that is linked with eating human meat.
Oh, there is a disease. It's a disease of the brain. I think it's an iron deficiency or something.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Let me look it up. Cannibalism is linked with some sort of deficiency.
Either way, I mean, I don't want to go into cannibalism, but I also ain't willing to eat fucking bugs either. Not on purpose.
Did you say cantaloupeism?
Cantaloupeism. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, there's something about that, and if you actually consume something about consuming human brains, it'll give you some kind of a disorder or something too.
Yeah, it's kind of like mad cow disease, right?
Yeah, I think becomes a neurological problem.
Brain and spinal tissue is always risky.
I thought that was just in the movies. You know, I saw the Book of Eli. Those people were fucked.
They had the shakes.
Yeah, they had the shakes.
Well, I'm actually reading an article right now from Forbes magazine, or sorry, NPR. It's called "When People Ate People: A Strange Disease Emerged." And so, in the article right here, in the second paragraph, it says among a tribe of about 11,000 people called the Foray, up to 200 people a year had been dying of an inexplicable illness. They called the disease Kuru, which meant shivering or trembling.
Okay, so yeah, Kuru. It's what MFM was saying. Okay.
That's because you're just stinking because you're afraid of being eaten.
Well, personally, I don't want to be eaten either, but generally...
Your nerves would be shot too if you're afraid of being eaten.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll care if I'm dead.
Mitchell.
Yeah, brother.
If we were ever in a plane crash together in the Andes and I died, you could eat me.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I always have enough decency to let the body get a little bit frozen, before you just dig in right after he dies.
I do appreciate the thought.
I'd start with my ass too, because there's not much of it. It would wither away pretty quick. So you could eat my ass if you wanted to, Mitchell.
I'm gonna hold on, Chris. We're clipping that and we're gonna put it on the OnlyFans. You can eat my ass if you want to, Chris.
Wait. Hey, can you say that again? Can you say it a little sexier, please?
If we were in a plane crash in the Andes, I'd want you to eat my ass, Mitchell.
I'm gonna make that a button on my board.
Clip it and pin it. We're putting it up.
Hold on. Somebody else has to clip that, because if I start clipping it, people will hear everything again.
We'll just have to go
I
back.
guess I made it to your only holes page, huh?
Yeah, if you had better lighting on your beard and stuff, maybe you could stroke it slowly. That'd be great.
Would you say a prayer, before you start eating, or would you start a fire?
I'd definitely cook them.
Would you start a fire and start spinning the?
You have to burn off all that hair.
He'd go ominous, hominous, dominoes, and then he'd just start eating.
Dominoes?
Dominoes, yeah. Pretty sure that's what they say. I'm not big into Greek or Latin translation, but pretty sure they say Domino's. Pretty sure that's where Domino's Pizza.
I think it's something like Dominus Sante or something like that.
I mean, because okay, it's bad enough that you would have to eat another human, but they're in the fucking freezing. But I think it's freezing in the Andes, so like they don't even get like you have to eat like cold raw fucking like I don't even think they could cook it like you know what I'm saying?
No,
It'll be like sushi.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I tell you what I will do. I will turn your body into a sled and slide down the fucking Andes.
The Simpsons did that.
Yeah, Simpsons did it.
I gotta go get my beer if I'm gonna be involved in this dumbass conversation anymore.
All right, go get your beer then. You know, the fact that you came here without one was just kind of silly on your part.
That's warm.
Kind of disrespectful.
It's warm,
Yeah,
but I'm
maybe.
gonna drink it anyway.
Is that a fucking White Claw?
Yeah, he drinks White Claw.
A fucking poser. Look, a chameleon right in here, right in our chat. Fucking chameleon. Advertising White Claw on here. They don't even sponsor me.
I'm drinking Pendleton out of a stolen Red Robin glass.
Nice.
That means anything.
Nice. Now we've got
Red
Robin.
I'm gonna chase the maker's mark with the White Claw.
No. God, guys, that just
this first
turns my guts. Just thinking about that nasty shit.
So would that be called a white maker?
Boilermaker?
A white mark.
A white mark.
It's a white supreme pizza. Fuck it.
White mark or a maker's claw.
Maker's claw.
Hemi, how's things going over on the East Coast, brother? No, we haven't talked about it in a while.
Pertaining to
all the shit that's going on and the fact that, you know, they're about to start a new fucking convoy over to that area.
No teeth. This is all pomp and fucking pony show, man.
Actually, you know what I like doing? I like mixing my whiskey. I like mixing whiskey with coffee. Yeah. You drink tons.
That's Irish coffee.
A boiler claw.
It tastes
There
good.
you go.
Just the same.
See? We just needed the right person.
I think
to
it is
come up with
Irish
the right
coffee.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, no, the whole fucking I stated the other day that, you know, when they first announced that they were going to do another convoy to the East Coast and fucking surround Ottawa peacefully, legally, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, so you're doing fucking nothing.
Fucking
Okay.
Roma armies or
Yep.
fucking roast beef pussy, bro. That was eye opening. I want to see it. I mean, I don't want to see it for too. I don't want to see it for too long, but I want to see it.
Well, like I said, you can go look up Hammer's stream there on Odyssey about her, and he doesn't pull any punches. Unfortunately, I actually did a stream once, and we won't tell YouTube this, but I did a stream once where I was sniping Good Mother, right? And she played it, and I noticed it was on Odyssey because there's a version on YouTube that's clean, and then there's the version on Odyssey which is not. And she didn't realize the Odyssey one had full-on porn in it. But I was sniping her screen playing porn, and they haven't found that yet. They have not found it. So, what do you do? Sorry, I mean, we went completely off track with these fuckheads, and they're fucking roast beef.
That's okay. It's a train wreck. You can't help but look at it.
Oh, it is. It's a fucking total train wreck. But yeah, no, this new convoy that they're starting, that's another fucking train wreck. The fact that, you know, that they're even talking about bringing charges finally against Justin Trudeau, it's just for show, man. That's fucking circus.
They're definitely trying to fuck Trump.
Yeah.
They're definitely.
Oh, dude, that fucking raid in his house. Like, holy fuck! Any more suspicious, and you might as well just say,
and then,
yeah, We were playing.
Yeah, and
against
they wouldn't let his lawyers watch the FBI agents search the place. And
You
one
know
of the
why?
FBI agents told one of the people that work on the property to turn off the security cameras, and he says, "There ain't no way I'm doing that." So we'll see if one of them gets busted planting evidence in Melania's underwear drawer or something, because they went through all of her shit too.
Well, guys, I am going to announce that there is a live stream coming tomorrow at 7 p.m. from Infamous Rifle. I will definitely be checking that out because, well, we have a lot of kind of similar views when it comes to the government. And this one is named pretty well, and it's got a good fucking picture on there. You're the bad guy.
What's the
now.
name of the play? What is it? Infamous Rifle?
Infamous Rifle, yeah.
Okay.
I might go on there.
Yeah, no, he does some good streams, and he has some good points. I mean, we don't agree on everything, obviously.
I've been on there before many times.
I'd love to have him on, though.
Yeah, the excuse they were using for the warrant to search Trump's house was he had taken nuclear information.
Yeah, he took secret information or something. He didn't even pack his own fucking bags when he left. Yeah. If anybody put anything in, it was someone else.
Well, yeah, Donald hasn't packed his own bags in 50 years.
Yeah, but yet fucking Clintons and their ilk fucking destroying cell phones and fucking modems and shit like that. That's totally not suspicious at all, right?
You mean with like a hammer?
Well, they destroyed a bunch of cell phones. I don't know how the fuck they
yeah.
did.
Did you hear about the
the
Anthony Weiner? You hear about the Anthony Weiner laptop and that with that whole situation?
Anthony? No, I didn't hear about it.
I heard about that one. Yep.
Okay. Hillary Clinton has an aide. I think her name is like Uma Abedin or
yeah, that's it.
Abedin or something like that.
Yeah, she has a boyfriend. She has a husband who she divorced after he got indicted and convicted. She had a husband, Anthony Weiner.
Yeah.
And on his laptop, they had some fucking, I don't know if the panel knows, but they had some shit on his laptop. They had
replicated Hillary's server on his laptop.
Yeah, because everything that Uma downloaded on her computer automatically rolled over to his computer because they were on the same account.
So what were you saying?
Is what I heard. So he had top secret stuff on his thing besides pictures of him naked beating off to 17-year-old girls because he was trying to lure a bunch of underage girls. That's what got him in all that trouble.
Grooming.
It's probably why they approve grooming so much now. What were you saying there, Hemi?
Hemi's on mute.
Yeah, he's muted.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something there. You were saying something, and Brandon cut you off.
And guess what? People? I'm
what
Hunter
they
Biden.
Found on his laptop.
I'm Hunter Biden. I'm Hunter Biden. I'm Hillary Clinton. Hunter Biden. Who else? All these fucking people. They get away. All these fucking people. I'm Hunter Biden and Hillary Clinton. They walk on water, and they just.
Didn't Donald promise to drain the swamp? Wasn't Donald going to drain the swamp?
Well,
that's why they raided Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
No. That was many years ago. They raided Mar-a-Lago the other day. He said he's going to drain the swamp. When?
He's a threat to them, and so that's why they raided Mar-a-Lago.
He's no threat to them, right?
No, he's probably going to announce soon, especially since they raided him, that he's going to run for president again.
Well, he also stated that if he won the president, he was actually going to drain the swamp this time. You should have actually done it the first time.
He should have.
You're a man of your word, and you do what you say you're going to do. Not, next time I'll do it. I don't believe you because you didn't do it the first time.
When does a politician ever keep their word? Ever?
Well, that's when we hold them all to account.
100%.
They're politicians. They don't even hold themselves to account anymore.
I believe that Trump is one of the only presidents within my lifetime, at the very least, to ever fulfill but a good portion of what he promised to do. Except the main things like putting Hillary Clinton in jail or arresting her or putting her in prison and that shit, that wouldn't have been a good idea in the first place. And so there's a lot of stuff that Trump was talking about where, yeah, he was talking about it. He said he was going to do it, but he didn't do it. It's probably for the best on some of it.
Clinton's
Oh yeah, he would have got Arkansas-ed if he did that.
Or Epstein. Well, hey man, what can I say? Corruption, it's so fucking deep and tainted in all fucking manners of our politics right now that there's no need to even consider fucking keeping the train running. Like, it doesn't matter where you look, it doesn't matter who you look at. Corruption against the people is everywhere and in everyone's fucking agenda. They don't fucking serve us anymore. They haven't served us for decades. They serve themselves and their friends and their family, and that's it. The rest of us might as well go around considering ourselves the peasant class.
Yeah, Chris, if you're rich enough, they find a way not to throw you in jail.
Yeah,
yeah. We have a two-tier court system in America, at least.
If you're rich enough, or if you're famous enough, or if enough people, or if enough of the right people, they're on your side, you'll avoid jail time.
God damn it!
Yeah.
Sorry,
what were you gonna say?
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you guys would be much better off with Trump in charge now instead of the potato, for sure. But
agreed.
like savior though he is not. Like,
no, he's not.
Well, he didn't start any wars.
No, he actually got us out of more wars than any other fucking president.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. And you probably wouldn't be being threatened by China and Russia right now.
Russia wouldn't have invaded. And Russia wouldn't have invaded Ukraine because Putin is scared the shit out of fucking Trump. And Biden is just like a nothing burger president. He's like a lame duck. He's not doing anything. He's fucking everybody over.
And look at North Korea. That fat little turd's threatening to launch missiles and stuff, and that shit didn't go down when the last president was in.
Trump literally
went over there and walked across the line
by himself. They told him not to, and he did it by himself.
Well, everybody now wants to test your senile old potato now, right? Like, that's the problem.
Well, and I mean, I'm planning to launch my empire. You know, I have to retake Canada for the people, and then of course we're going to have a bunch of people from the U.S. who are looking to migrate up. So I gotta, make sure they're looked after, because eventually we'll have to invade the U.S. as well. Let's be honest, your politicians are no better than ours. Someday we might liberate North Korea, but it ain't going to be today.
Yeah, they're all installed. It's all some corrupt like hidden shadow, like Klaus S., Henry Kissinger fucking installing people, and like Trudeau is a Klaus puppet. Macron,
yes.
Angela Merkel is a Klaus puppet.
Yes.
The Australian bitch is a Klaus puppet. The New Zealand bitch, whoever these people are, they're all Klaus puppets.
Speaking of New Zealand, where the fuck is Frank and Shinobi tonight?
They're on Mother's Street. Frank's on it. Shinobi's in chat, but Frank was on Mother's Street.
And like, dude, I mean, I can't even tell you the fucked up day that I had. I mean, I'm sure that nobody wants to hear it, but I'm kind of pissed about it. I mean, I get the worst customer service from like just like these normie fucking cunts. If I have to deal,
how bad was it?
If I have to deal with like, because you just know that like I just walk into public and I just know that like 95% of everybody is just a low tier, fucking normie who doesn't know anything.
No,
and,
but
and then
that's by design.
And then I have to deal. Yeah, yes, exactly. Then I have to deal with just this stupid, nasty bitch who's just working this stupid fucking job, and she's not getting paid commission, so she's a cunt. Just because of that. Actually, and you know, and most of them are cunts, even if they are getting commission. But they're working these stupid fucking retail job, and it's customer service, and they're fucking cunts. Anyway, and I can't fucking stand it.
Well, we'll say hello to Michelle, who's just popped in. We're going to be in the stream pretty quick. I am curious, though, how Frank owes Hermit $22. He lost a bet, didn't he? There was some kind of bet that was done, and he lost it.
These people. I'm trying to think of a nice way to say it. These people need to be like. I'm not even gonna say it because I'm not even gonna say it because Polska Bob came on my stream and he said something and I had to take that shit down because like if I say something fucked up, like either the channel's getting obliterated or somebody's coming. I'm knocking on my door. Or somebody's coming knocking on my door saying, "Did you really say this?" And I'm like, "What am I gonna say?"
Yeah. Well, I mean,
can't really say anything.
Yeah.
Say it wasn't me.
It depends. I mean, if you
This
don't
isn't me
say
under here.
anything that says you're actually going to fucking do some harm to somebody next door type of thing, I think you're fine.
Guilty by association.
I'm gonna sell them this
We're all
hammer.
guilty. We're all guilty.
Yeah, if I were you, I wouldn't be hanging around with Mitchell.
Yeah,
He
I
gets
say
you-
all the time,
Yeah,
fuck
I
that
was just thinking that too. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell this
trying. Hey, I am trying to recruit an actual fucking army here to take back and liberate a country. It's Canada. I'm trying to liberate.
So what's Canada's version of the FBI? Because they're gonna be knocking on your door in about 22 minutes.
Well,
knocking on Chris's door.
As the announcement today, the entire government is essentially our FBI.
That is true. They're listening to your phone right now and probably got your pictures of you sitting naked with your cock in your hand.
Dude, they're probably filling my phone with kitty porn right now. As I stated,
I don't think that's how that works.
When they, they have
you gotta watch
admitted
that video.
They can add.
Oh,
and
shit,
change-
really?
Play that video
Yeah, dude.
again. Play that video again.
I missed that.
Yeah, dude. It is
Well, if it's already been
fucked up.
played, I can just watch. Actually, yeah, maybe I should watch it. Send it to me, and I'll watch it on my own.
No, it's too late.
Like
now.
right.
Yeah, it's best to watch on alone with a
It's short.
nice bag of Cheetos, some hand lotion, and a pack of Kleenex.
I don't have the Cheetos, but I've got the hand lotion and the Kleenex.
But you gotta have the Cheetos, man. Especially, if you really want some zing to it, you gotta have the fiery hot Cheetos.
There's a band I used to follow, and they did fake commercials. And so one of the commercials they did was, if you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
All right.
I heard that. That's where I was fucking getting this joke from.
Okay.
Awesome.
Let's play this.
Great minds, great minds.
Absolutely.
Let's play this again for Ike here. Have a listen, bro. This is here in Canada, by the way. And I know.
All right, so this is Parliament.
Yeah, and you were with me when you were on the same stream where I talked about fucking TELUS selling out their customers' information to the government.
Okay.
Right? And they did it for like $150 million. Here's what the real results of that shit was. It had nothing to do with the medical information or tracking. Here we go.
Yeah, it's just, again, I'm kind of dumbfounded with what you just testified, in that former politicians and politicians who are considered potential national security threats are being monitored.
Some of the latest versions of the spyware employ what's known as zero-click versions.
Cabinet ministers going to work for foreign companies that works directly against national security and national interests of Canada. our society and particularly our democracy is under siege. Populist discourses, people using demagogy to try to convince people and to bring insecurity. So in that perspective, I totally support the idea of bringing more control.
Use of the Pegasus tool is recognized by the Council of Europe as a violation of Article 8 on the right to privacy of the European Convention on Human Rights.
On a eu à surveiller des agents, des parlementaires, effectivement, parce qu'il y a aujourd'hui des parlementaires de tous les niveaux, que ce soit municipal, provincial ou fédéral, qui sont à la solde de gouvernements étrangers et qui ne travaillent pas nécessairement pour le Canada.
A user, a government client of spyware can simply issue a command and take over any device in the world, intercept and listen to any phone call. You can read emails and text messages, even those that are encrypted. You could silently turn on the camera and microphone. You can review all of the contacts. You can alter files on the device. You can access a person's cloud account. You can track their location.
Make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share this video so we can get the word out.
So yeah, the part about adding fucking things and tracking them and turning on their cameras and stuff like that, it's almost essentially exactly like what you guys went through with the Patriot Act. Right?
Wow.
So basically, although this hasn't been like an act or a bill or anything that's been put on the floor, they have just been doing it, and they are finally just admitting it. And you know, like we stated about the normies, they will fucking continue on ignoring all the fucking red flags, all the fucking signs, and they will push this shit forward, and most people will just stand there chewing their cud until it's their time to walk into a goddamn gas chamber or get turned into corpse starch.
Yeah, a lot of these
Whatever the case.
Democrats, they're going to be like these sacrificial puppets. The left wing will be like, let's suffer for the greater good. Meanwhile, the greater good is just some dictator. Meanwhile, the greater good is just some guy I'm laying down the hammer and trying to just cut the population.
Yep. Well, we'll
Hey,
play the
Chris.
rest of it here because go ahead.
Go
This
ahead. Play the
gentleman
rest of
here
it.
starts to kind of realize and come to grasp with how fucking worried he should be. As I stated before, judges, lawyers, cops, doesn't matter, mayors, governors, all the lower life forms, they will get that fucking chance to be, put through the fucking grinder too, just with the rest of us, right? So when they play the game that the politicians want to play, they don't realize that same game is going to be played against them. But sorry, what were you going to say, brother?
Well, there's a couple of things that just recently got announced in the U.S. about with the government overreaching. One of them is the FBI now wants all the states to submit all the concealed carry holders.
Yeah,
they want to know who has a concealed carry license in the United States.
California did that, and then the list got leaked.
Yeah,
isn't that surprising?
Yeah, well, now the FBI wants every state to do it, and the Census Bureau, United States Census Bureau, put out a deal where they want reports from online retailers that sell ammunition to people, and they want reports now. The Census Bureau wants reports on who gets what ammunition and how much and what caliber.
Yep. Well,
they're trying to see whose doors to kick in first.
Look at the trucker thing, right? When the trucker thing first started and PayPal, they threatened that they wanted PayPal to shut down the account, right? But they knew they had no legal recourse, but PayPal still played along with them, right? And shut down the account. They refunded all the money. And then they went to this other group, Give, Send, Go, who said that they wouldn't follow the government's fucking push or narratives, and that because they were based in the US, they just gave them the fucking big middle finger, right? Within a week or a week and a half, all of a sudden we've got this well-known fucking Canadian hacker who happens to get everybody's information and post it publicly from Give, Send, Go, right? Everywhere. So now the government went after their bank accounts, right? Locked them down, started investigating them as criminals, basically labeled anybody that donated as domestic terrorists or supporters of it. It just so happens that all these things just kind of fall into place. Here's the thing. Hacking is still a crime, right? A federal crime, if I'm not mistaken.
Not if you're a federal agent doing it.
Not if he's not listed as a federal agent.
Well,
he worked for the government prior, so he's one of those formers, right? Here's the thing, as a former even, shouldn't there be federal jail time fucking waiting for this cat? Well, especially seeing how they know exactly who he is and where he is.
well, they also know that a former FBI agent was in contact with 2 school shooters.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Is anybody surprised anymore? Oh, wait, yeah, the normies, they're surprised.
Oh, what was this thing with Trudeau? What was this thing with Trudeau taking away the guns in Canada?
Yeah, he basically put a stop sale on all handguns in Canada.
Hold on. He said mini Hitler wrong.
No, yeah, sorry.
Can he take firearm? Can he take handguns away? Is he trying to do that?
Yeah, no, that's the end goal right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, you said the sales,
dude. Their end goal is complete disarmament.
Yeah, that's why. Right. Like when I started hearing the Chicago shooting with the tattooed a mental patient who fucking he went to this parade and he went to this parade and started like just unloading and you just started fucking emptying clips at a parade in the United States.
Are you talking about the 4th of July guy?
Yeah, they're trying to use him as the reason why no American should own arms.
Yeah,
right.
This guy is a clearly fucking leftist.
Yeah, he was in women's clothes running around shooting at people.
The reason why nobody should own guns is because one guy just,
They're also trying to do an assault weapons ban again in America, but the 87,000 IRS agents that they plan on hiring are not going to be involved in that. They'll be able to carry semi-automatic. They'll actually probably get the fun switch. They'll have full automatic rifles so they can come and extort you.
You're the one who brought up these 80. I remember you bringing up 87,000, and I did the math. If you multiply 87,000 by 50,000, you know how much fucking money that is?
They said how much their budget, their normal budget, for the IRS
say they make 50
was
grand. Let's say they make 50 grand.
Yeah.
If you multiply that by 87,000, like that's a big fucking number.
Okay, but you also have to realize that money doesn't the actual currency that we use doesn't mean fuck all to them. They print that shit. It doesn't mean fuck all to them. It's just used as a tool. It's a tool to fucking pass around and convince people that they're getting something of value to work for them. That's all it is.
Their
currency
budget went from like 120 million a year to into the billion. So not all that's going into the IRS. A lot of it's going into pockets of individuals on Capitol Hill.
Of course. Look at the fucking 40 billion that they wanted to send to Ukraine. First thing that was taken off the list was 17 billion for an organization that works in the government that has nothing to do with it.
Right.
Why? Out of that 40 billion that you think was sent to Ukraine, maybe 5 billion got there. If that.
Well, the rest of it was all process and handling fees.
Yeah. From agencies that had nothing to do with anything. But anyway, I'm going to play the rest of this, and I want you to like really get a look at this guy, because you can tell he was without a doubt a very turbo leftist at one point, right? And
yeah,
the realization
you can almost see that red pill going down his neck.
Brother Rebel against defeat. Hello, sir.
Brothers, how are you?
How are you tonight, my friend?
Cam up, bro. Cam up.
Hey, I just love these streams for good guys. What's happening?
Oh, we're just having a few chats about, eventually we're all going to be turned into corpse starch and fed to each other.
How about the United States of America turning everybody into esclavos? In Spanish, that means slaves.
We're already slaves.
I was just
Brad.
talking about that. Yeah, that's a great point, bro.
We're already slaves, man.
That's a great point.
Shout out to AKS, Hemi, Brandon, Mouth Agape, Ike. Is that Ike?
That is Ike.
And the Emperor of the Manosphere, Chris Mitchell.
Emperor of Canada and freedom, gentlemen.
Here's the deal. Regardless of what happens in the political arena, one should be equipped mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually with the things that they need to do to get through it. Simple as that.
Right. That's right. And I will lead that army to the gates of Babylon if I have to. Okay.
I like having the 3 B's myself: the beans, bullets, and band-aids.
I will personally go punch the face of God if that's what it takes to free
We'll be
our
real
fucking
peaceful
people.
about it.
Oh, I ain't here to be peaceful. Like I said, short drop, sudden stops for a lot of people.
I'm gonna tell you guys this. The last stop is not words. All right.
No.
We got to teach them a lesson that they'll never forget.
Well, dude, you can't use words against a tyrant or a politician. They use them for a living. That's
Correct.
what a peaceful protest ain't gonna fucking change this. Okay? Violence will, because violence is something that they can't repel. It's something they can't talk their way out of or just fucking plain ignore. Right?
Well, if you look at it, it's this. Every 200, 240, 50 years, there's a revolt. And that's
Isn't that what didn't Thomas Jefferson talk about that? The tree of liberty is replenished by the blood of tyrants and patriots.
Yes.
Patriots.
Oh, I like it.
So people say, hey, just get to the midterms. Vote for the conservative guys. We're at the end here. The only way this works is the Second Amendment and strong men against weak men. That's it. And
you know the problem with that, Red? Is even if you got strong men and you got some weak men, rifles are all the same size.
That's right.
Rifles and bullets are all the same damn size. So that's the problem with that thing. But I do agree.
Weak men cannot destroy the strong conservative men. Yeah, they'll shoot bullets, but guess what? The strong men will always prevail.
Yeah. Well, we have to. We know how to fucking get through this. We know how to survive a dictatorship. Or we at least know how to fucking fight back. We can make this very fucking difficult, and that's what has to happen. We've got options. Right now we have options. We can be the daggers in the dark alleys and the rifles behind blades of grass once they finally announce that they're going full-on dictatorship and there's nothing you can do about it. And we now live in a police country, not just a state, but a country. Or we can start our rebellion now while they don't have their fucking boots on the ground and really give them a run for their fucking money. And if they want to go block the block, so fucking be it.
By the way, we all advocate for peaceful protest. I just want to let that be known from everybody in this channel.
Agreed.
It's not me. Sorry. Must be just
I vote for a mostly peaceful protest, just like the ones that destroyed half of my country.
Well, yeah, the mostly peaceful protest that killed like 40 people last summer or the last 2 summers.
The fiery but peaceful ones.
Yes.
Fiery,
I don't know
but
what they have
mostly
against
peaceful.
Wendy's, but apparently they like burning them down and mostly.
They like the people that BLM and the fucking lefties decide to throw up on a pedestal makes no fucking sense.
No.
Peaceful rebellion.
They got some mansions out of the deal, though.
Oh, god damn it! Fuck those people.
Yeah, but there you go. That's all.
Here's the deal, gents. We're past the point of peaceful protest. There's nothing we can do in the midterm elections. The elections are all stolen now. It's a shit show.
That doesn't matter.
The reality is this: as Albert Einstein said, World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones.
Possibly.
Oh, you know what I heard? You know what I heard is that some of these lefty groups, they took down, some of these lefty groups took down like Thomas Jefferson fucking statues, and like they emptied like I think it was Thomas Jefferson's mansion. They emptied that shit of every statue and every fucking and every piece of patriotic memorabilia in that whole fucking mansion.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Holy
And the leftists. Oh
Christ.
Jesus! Are you
Hold
still
on.
alive? Are you still alive over there, bro? Holy shit!
I'm sorry.
How many 8 balls did you snort tonight? That was at least 2.5. There's another one.
One more.
That was the whole kilo. Yeah, but
he's got monkeypox.
Yeah, so they take like these leftists, they'll knock down Thomas Jefferson and Abraham Lincoln and like whoever the like all these founding father statues and mansions and memorabilia. They'll destroy all of this shit.
Well,
they just started a deal here in the U.S. The FBI has put out basically a potential terrorist list, and it was somebody leaked the form that went out to all the agencies, and it was if you have a Gadsden flag, if you have a Betsy Ross flag, if you have a Punisher flag, if you have, and then they just listed all of these things. And that basically anything that was 2A Second Amendment, pro Second Amendment, you're now going to be considered a potential terrorist. And one of the government agencies changed its name from, well, I can't remember the exact wording, but it had terrorist in it to now potential. So they changed it.
Yeah, you're a domestic terrorist if you do like this and that. Yeah, I've heard of that. If you're a domestic terrorist,
well, this is if you have a Gadsden flag or anything that they deem that you could be adjacent to a domestic terrorist now. So they're looking for excuses to kick in doors, to shut people's channels down. If these a lot of these gun channels have talked about it over the last couple of days. If you're interested in it, you can see this report. There's a lot of gun YouTube channels that they're putting out on it, and
wasn't it Veritas
Gavin Newsom today, I think today or yesterday, signed a bill in California that nobody can sell Second Amendment clothing in children's sizes.
What the fuck?
In California.
They try to baby step that shit.
Yeah,
what the absolute fuck? It's the slippery slope is what that is.
Oh, that's gonna get knocked down.
And
it's gonna be no shirts in no time.
Yes, exactly.
It's gonna be no shirts in no time. What they're
fuck Gavin Newsom. California is a lost fucking cause. I gotta go. I'm getting a phone call. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, brother.
California is a shit show.
Yeah, hopefully a small person, a little person sues them. Hopefully a little person sues them because they're the same size as a kid, and they sue the state of California for infringing on their First Amendment rights.
You could be a midget. You could just be like a dwarf or a midget, and like a 50-year-old fully grown dwarf who just wears a small
and
shirt.
Sue the state of California because they're infringing on your rights.
That's so fucking retarded.
They're bigots.
Yeah,
they're bigots,
that was today.
Guys.
In the news today.
No, it like I said, man, it's not even baby steps anymore. It's just full out fucking. They are looking to turn what used to be considered freedom into a fucking bad word. You know what I mean? Just like they did with families, right?
You know who Gavin Newsom's aunt is, don't you?
No, I don't.
Pelosi.
Oh my God! There you go. There you go. Enough said, right?
All in the family.
Yeah. Like I said, they're This shit only flies when we allow it. Laws only apply when they're convenient. And the fact that some laws are out there right now on the books that are getting enforced, they're only being enforced and infringed upon us because we allow them to enforce and infringe upon us.
Dude, the jab. Dude, the jab, just the jab by itself. That was the biggest shit show so far, probably of them all, is the fucking jab, and everybody just rolled the fuck over and just said, you know what, I want to keep making money, and I'm and I believe in this fear mongering, and they all just fucking bent over and took it straight up the ass.
Hey,
for everybody.
it was just a test to see how far they could take full-on indoctrination, or how far the indoctrination had actually gone. That's all the jab is.
I was a couple of weeks from losing my job, and I've worked at my job for 27 years, and I told him I'm not taking that. And I asked the shop superintendent, I said, are you going to be the one that fires me, or somebody from Fort Worth, Texas going to come up and have the pleasure? And he goes, it'll be me. I said, well, good luck, because you can't fire me. They can pull me out of service, basically.
Did he want to do it?
But I didn't want
you.
No.
Did he want to?
He doesn't agree with it either. But the company policy was you're going to get vaccinated. Well, then they backed off on it because they realized that they were estimating that we're going to lose 25 to 30% of the workforce. In my particular job, it's a 3-year apprenticeship. So you're going to lose a quarter of your people, and it's going to take 3 years to train somebody else to do my job.
Yeah.
And they finally backed off on it. Now, I know a lot of guys that have wives and kids, and they went and they got that shot. And now they are pissed because there's guys that, like me, that held out and said, fuck you, you're going to have to drag me off the property.
August 11, 2022.
I told the shop superintendent, I said, I will be filing a lawsuit against this company along with thousands of other people. I said, it's going to cost this company hundreds of millions of dollars before it's all said and done. I might not have a job for 2 or 3 years, but you're going to hire me back, and you're going to give me all my back pay and all the overtime that I could have worked over the last 3 years. I said, my lawsuit alone is going to be several $100,000s. And he goes, I agree with you. He says, my hands are tied. This is coming from corporate. And I said, all right, well, we'll see how it goes down. All of a sudden, they just kind of slowly backed away from it, because the FRA, it wasn't the railroad that was actually doing it. The railroad didn't want to do it. It was the FRA, the Federal Railroad Administration, because of Amtrak and the commuter lines on the East Coast and West Coast. They were, no, you're going to be vaxxed. You're going to wear a mask. We had to wear masks, but that lasted for about a month, and then people started wearing them on their chin, on their forehead, hanging off their ear. And you'd have foremen run up and threaten you, and then you're like, okay, when you put it on, they turn around, walk off, you took it off. But we were being held as employees under a federal government. So they were using that line, because all the federal government employees were having to get vaccinated. So that's how they were trying to backdoor us on that. And I just held out, and there's a lot of guys I work with that held out, and they just backed off because they knew that they were going to shut the railroads down. And you shut the railroads down, you shut how many hundreds of thousands of semi-trailers are run on rail cars. They don't just land in New York or Houston and just automatically get on a semi and then drive to Seattle. Sometimes they're run thousands of miles on train cars, and then when they get there to like Long Beach or whatever, then they transfer them to a truck. So the infrastructure of the country would have really taken a hit, and I think they know that. That's why they backed off, and hopefully they don't try this shit again, because I've just got to make it to 30 years. As soon as I make it to 30, I'll get a full retirement when I turn 60. So
when are they trying to enforce this thing?
When?
Yes.
They were doing it the last 2 years.
You still haven't lost your job,
I was ready to walk away from 27 years.
Yeah.
I was looking for other jobs in town, and there's not a lot in my town. I live in a railroad town, but I was putting the feelers out to the tire shops and everything else. I said, hey, would you hire me if I lose my job? So I was ready to walk away, and I knew it was going to get thin real bad.
I gave up a union trade job, a fucking like a city union trade job that like, dude, after you finish your apprenticeship, you're making the fucking big dollars, and I had to give that up for the stupid jab shit.
Yeah.
That I didn't want to do.
Yeah,
Brother Rebel, you were trying to say something there before you got cut off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was talking.
I'm good. You guys are good.
Okay. I want to play this video real quick, or the rest of this video, and take a bit of a pee break. So I'm going to do that here for a sec, guys, and I'll be right back. But like I said, watch this guy's facial reactions. It's priceless.
You said politicians of all levels have been monitored. We don't need to name names, but can you give us a number of how many in your experience have been monitored?
No, I cannot give a definite number, considering the fact that in the concept of national security,
is it in the 10s, in the 20s, is it in the hundreds? Can you give us something like that?
Again, it's difficult for me to mention the numbers because we work on a need-to-know basis. So if, for example, I have colleagues working on the Russian desk, they will not know if I'm working on the Chinese desk, some of the targets that I have. What we know for sure is that we have various foreign countries who succeeded in recruiting elected officials against municipal, provincial, or federal, and were capable to influence this way. We see that also when we see at the end of their mandate, cabinet ministers going to work for foreign companies that works directly against national security and national interests of Canada. So there's a certain concern when some people leave public office for what they've done, what they were during the public office, and what they do after public office. Very often also the politician or elected official, I like to say, are not necessarily the initial target, but they were actually came to the attention when we were watching foreign intelligence officers or foreign criminals or Canadian criminals being in contact with them. And it became a concern to either CSIS or the RCMP when these people demonstrated certain activities or certain actions that were questionable in light of their responsible office.
Is it just being used on Canadians, or are foreign nationals also? Are they using the same software on foreign nationals?
To my knowledge, it's strictly on Canadians, but again, it's to be verified. I'm not aware of all the operational use. There is other form of surveillance that are done as well to track vehicles, to track individuals, other than with their cellular phone. So yes, there's a multitude of that. Not all surveillance equipment acquires information. Not all information is collected. Sometimes it's just to tag, quote unquote, a person or a vehicle or an object to be capable to follow that device that we are tagging.
Bit too much.
Personally, I think the scariest part that I heard was the first part where they basically openly admitted that they can put whatever the fuck they want on your phone. We'll be able to add things to your phone. We've already suspected that they were listening in, or that they were willing to like violate your personal property and liberties and stuff like that, and encroach on what you're doing. But now they're basically admitting that if they want to, they will add whatever evidence they want to use against you onto your fucking devices. And the normies are just going to sit back and not even fucking be able to realize what they just said. Not even for a second. Terrifying. I see we lost Brother Red.
Yeah, well, the normies. Here's the thing, man. I really try to seriously control the way I put things, but these normies are a huge fucking problem. These normies are a huge fucking problem because their own ignorance is just fucking everybody that knows what's going on. And the problem is that the people that know what the people that know what's going on is like it's 5% or less.
Yeah.
It's like the Alex J watchers. Like I go to Alex J's his InfoWars. I look at the viewers. There's nowhere near, like, if he had like 10 million viewers, if he had 10 million, if we were talking like 10 million views per video, that would kind of be enough to be like, all right, enough people know what the fuck's going on. If 10 million people were watching, but he only breaks, he'll have 100,000. I'm like, he'll have 100,000, and I'll be like, okay, that's 100,000 out of
346 million.
Or no, but this is worldwide, so we're talking.
Oh, worldwide, so like
talking 8 billion.
9 billion. 9 billion.
Yeah, like 9 billion. But then you got to think that like 6-month-old babies aren't watching this shit.
Yeah.
But so let's call it 6 billion people who have the or even possibly who can even be aware of this shit.
Or have the ability to watch.
Right. All right. I'm 100. So 100,000 out of 6 fucking billion. 100,000 out of 6 billion. That's like a fucking. That's nothing.
It's a drop in the ocean.
Exactly. That's
literally.
Yeah, that's a drop in a fucking in a brewery.
Yeah. It's nothing, man, when it comes to the population. Here's the thing, though. With what's going on and with what's coming, and we know it's all been planned, right? Are enough people finally waking up and saying, fuck that, something's seriously wrong here?
Oh, monkeypox. I was hoping was going to be the last straw. But there were already people lining up for this shit.
No, that's just it. I expected everybody to laugh that off because generally, yes, it's a fucking gay man disease that you can easily tell something's wrong before you touch them, right? And no, we still got fucking people lining up to take the vaccine, to drag their kids in to get the vaccine. It just does not fucking matter what is said or what is done to some people. They will just show up the next day to continue on.
Dude, I was in line.
What's
I was in line because one of my relatives wanted me to be tested. One of my relatives said the only way you can come to Christmas dinner is if you test negative or for the 19.
Yeah.
I stood in line. I went down to one of these mobile outdoor testing sites. I waited there for like fucking 4 hours because there were so many other people that were trying to be tested. I waited there for 4 hours and I was talking all this anti-jab crap. I was like, you people are a bunch of fucking idiots, and I was like, I'm never gonna get fucking single. I'm not gonna get single jabbed. You people had to be in triple jabbed. I'm not gonna even be fucking single jabbed. You're all a bunch of fucking idiots. And the person behind me. The person behind me, he was some white dude. He was dating some Asian lady. He was right behind me, listening to me. And when I looked over at him, he just shrugged his shoulders and was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He was just an ignorant fool.
The way I see it, though, he will know when he's fucking eating bugs. And
when he's got an autoimmune disease, after he's got a blood clot, after he gets his
from a heart attack.
After he gets his myocarditis and he's got 5 years to live and he's got his fucking third blood clot and he's got an autoimmune disease, then he'll be like, hey, maybe that guy who was talking all that shit when I was online for 4 fucking hours trying to get a fucking, and dude, people got sick. They were freezing on that fucking line.
That's stupid. Anyway, gentlemen, I think we're going to end the stream here tonight, but we're definitely going to be leaving the StreamYards up if anybody wants to come in for an after party chat. I want to thank everybody for coming, and everybody, of course, that was hanging out in the chat, and everybody that came on the panel. I do appreciate you guys coming here because without you, there's really no show. And any final thoughts, gents?
Yeah, man. Like I said, peaceful protest, but fuck all these normies, dude. Peaceful protest, but to hell with these fucking normies. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Brother Hammy, any thoughts? My fellow
Fuck all these
Canadian.
normies. Fuck them all. Fuck all these normies. These brain dead sheep. I can't stand them, dude. I go to the fucking supermarket and I'm like, why do I have to go out in public and fucking meet people? They're all so fucking stupid.
All right. Well, let's pass it off to Hemi here first so we can close.
Ditto.
Makes me sick.
I agree
They're a bunch of
100%.
They're a bunch of sheep fucking herd group think fucking pathetic slave pieces of shit. And they're all. I'm finished.
Okay. Brother Abe. Or sorry, go ahead, David.
He's reading my mind.
I saw this kid today. I went to Wyoming. I traveled out of state today, and I was in a grocery store parking lot, and I saw this kid walking through the parking lot, and probably about 80 pounds overweight, backpack, jacked up hair, looked like a total soy boy, and he's wearing a mask.
Oh, Jesus.
And it is 98 degrees out, and he's wearing a white full face mask.
Was it a double?
I don't know. I didn't get that close to him. And he was probably about 75 yards from me. I was the closest person to him, and I was 75 yards away. And I just looked at him and just went, "You stupid sheep." And I turned around and got in my vehicle and left. But 95, 98 degrees out, and this guy's sweating bullets, walking with a face mask on, and there is nobody around him. I see people driving in their cars with their masks on, and they're the only one in the car.
I was just about to say, I still see people, both young and old, driving around in their car, fucking windows rolled up, all by themselves, wearing one of those fucking stupid face diapers.
Yep. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, Brother Brandon, what are your final thoughts for tonight?
Oh, I had the same thing where I had to get the fucking COVID-19 test before my parents had let me come to fucking Christmas dinner. I even made a video of it.
Yeah. We're not alone, dude. Yeah, not alone at all.
Everybody's got sheep in their family.
Yeah.
Well, I went and saw my grandmother, and I saw her the last 2 years during COVID. She is going to be 94 this year. She didn't get vaxxed. And when I walked through the door, she gave me the biggest hug and said she loves me and so glad to see me. So unfortunately, I didn't have that problem where I didn't have a relative holding the vax out on me in order to see them.
Well, thank God for that.
I'm grateful for that. I could have walked in coughing my guts out, and she would have said, "Are you hungry? You want something to eat?"
Yeah, you keep that one close.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you all for coming. I'm going to post the link one more time, and you can welcome to come chat with us in the back. And other than that, I think I will try to get a live stream up in a few days, but I got some stuff to do. Other than that, good chat, guys. Thank you all for coming, and we will talk to you next time.